Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday, the 21st of January, 2023, and we are going to be looking at the games that were released on Steam yesterday, on Friday, the 20th of January. And there are so many of them. Holy crap. I knew that most games, like, a lot of games were released on Friday, but I didn't realize how many. We have a grand total of 73 games that we're going to be looking at today. Good heavens, this is going to take a while. I may have to take this in stages. Expect me to break frequently for liquid, because good heavens, 73 is a lot of games. If you're ever wondering why indie games mostly don't make money, it's because of the competition. Holy crap. Alright, so without further ado, we're just going to get right into this, and I'm probably going to go pretty fast today because I think if I don't, I am going to die. Here we go. We're going to start with 1001 Jigsaw Cute Cats 3. This is... Wait. This is developed by 8th Floor, published by the same, on sale for $3.89, down from $6.49. And it is a jigsaw puzzle with cats. Oh, but you can, like, dynamically design the jigsaw puzzle and then solve them. I mean, okay. Like, they have some mechanics here. They have some cute cat pictures. I do wonder where they got the cute cat pictures. 8th Floor, have you released similar things before? Let's see. Oh, yes, this is the Mystery Solitaire people. We saw them yesterday. They released this yesterday. Now they're releasing... or actually, this is showing up as being released today. Nope, the 20th. So, right, Mystery Solitaire, released on the 18th. We saw them. And now 1001 Jigsaw Cute Cats 3 is released today. So, yes, these are people who seem to release very similar games, like games with identical mechanics, extremely fast. So let's see if we can look at one of their other Jigsaw games, if it's the same mechanics. Hard to say. They do release other Jigsaw games. So, this one had one user review. So, just like their Solitaire game, they release a lot of games, but do not appear to put much effort into marketing them, and they release very similar games over time. So, this was initially, and right, yes, they provide absolutely no lead time for their game. 0 lead time of any kind. Math. Everybody's favorite. Just drag that down like this. There we go. Except that is not correct. What's going on here? G4, G9. Or just a number, thank you. Actually. Plain text, please. Thank you. Okay. So it's very hard to tell with these games. They have 3 followers. 0 negative reviews. I think they have 1 positive review. Nope, no reviews of any kind. Okay. So I'm going to estimate probably 50 off of this. Who knows? Maybe Jigsaw Puzzlers will be really into it. Moving on to 80s Mania Pinball. For sale for $2.59 from Voodoo Doll Games. Throwback to the golden age of arcade with these incredible pinball machines. Simple, funny, and hard to dominate. Huh. Okay, so they have like a sort of physics-based mechanical pinball system. It has a teleporter. You can view it from several directions. Voodoo Doll Games, do you make similar games? Nope, this is your first game. Well, congratulations. We have 2 reviews. The pinball table itself has not too much going on, and aside from the unprotected right outline, it's fun enough. The game would feel more realistic if the ball bounced off the walls and flippers more. The movie and song references are nice touched. I like them a lot. Very nice and simple yet super fun. You only played for 15 minutes and you only played for 15 minutes. So this seems like exactly what it looks like on the tin. A single pinball game. I'm guessing this is probably somebody's first game. And if that is the case, nicely done. 3 players peak, but nobody's playing it now. Let's see when this was initially created. It was created November 12th, 2022. Giving them a full 69 days. We have 13 followers, but no reviews. Curious about this one. I wonder if there's a big pinball scene on Steam. This is the first pinball game I've reviewed, so there's at least not a lot of them. I'm going to say maybe 100. You know what? No, I'm going to go maybe 50 again. Good job, Voodoo Doll Games. Look forward to seeing more of your stuff in the future. Doesn't seem like they did a bad job with that one. Anyways, we're going to A Sad Journey by Malo Elfrink. Malo Elfrink, and published by the same. It is for sale for $3.89. A wonderful third-person adventure game about a rabbit looking for his missing parents. In this journey, you will search for paws that will take you to special places where you will get your memories back. Okay, so we have sort of like a personal rabbit exploration game. You can jump. Simple, but, pretty striking environments. It's very pretty. There's a rabbit. It doesn't look like there's any sort of like opposition to what you're doing. It's just running around and collecting big floating paw things. Short game that lasts around 15 minutes. Nice to be upfront about that, Malo. Beautiful scenery, moving track, a pleasant experience. Sometimes the camera gets direction gets locked. And yeah, these people played it for about 15 minutes. Brought this to support the young developer. I like Hog, but not platforming. Don't understand. In this game, you finding the paws you need to move on is easy, and thank goodness the platforming is easy too. It ends abruptly. Okay. Alright, this is very cool. Nice job, Malo. 2 people played it, maybe our 2 reviewers. And this was initially created in June 19th, 2021. So this has been on the books for a while. I'm forgetting what day that is. 2021. So this was in progress for a while. 2 positive reviews, 0 negative reviews. How many followers did we get? We got to 49 followers. So Malo, for your next game, I would recommend checking out some marketing guides. I think you have some cool game ideas, and I wish you well in the future. I'm going to guess 100 people will play this game. Moving on to Adventure Mosaics Lost Expedition. For sale for $7.79 by Digimite and published by the same. Adventure Mosaics Lost Expeditions. Uncover hidden pictures. Choose your own adventure. 150 exciting levels for players of all ages. So this looks like a mobile port. There's like a very particular like mobile art style, and this has that. It's this sort of shaded, very big-eyed cartoon style. Oh, okay, so you're kind of uncovering sprite images? In a... It looks kind of like Minesweeper. Kind of hard to say how this works. Maybe I'm just tired and don't understand what's going on, but I don't understand how the mechanics of this one work. Very short description and no reviews. Digimite, are you a person who ports a lot of these? Yes. Okay, so I thought that might be the case. They've produced a bunch of games. And again, we have like Solitaire and stuff. But not entirely unplayed. Okay. Let's see what your charts tell us about this version. 1 person is playing it, 2 people played it at peak, and very little follower activity. Only 2 followers, goodness. Okay. So this one is confusing. If I'm right that this is a mobile port, then I think Digimite needs to be like doing promotion for them, because I think you might have gotten some people to be interested in this game. As is, I'm gonna say maybe 10 people will play this. As I am increasingly convinced, like, comprehensibility of your core mechanics is like very important on Steam. People have to be able to like I look at this capsule and I have some idea of what this is going to be, but I'm expecting some kind of like Spelunky themed thing. When I look at this, I have no idea what's going on. There's no character on the screen. It's very confusing. It's hard to sell a game if people don't know what it's going to be like. Moving on to Agent in Depth. On sale for $2.91, down from $3.89 by Nature Pixel Studios, and published by Next in Game. Agent in Depth is a daring action platformer featuring fast-paced action and instant death combat. You run, jump, aim, and deflect bullets with your katana to blow up your enemies. No checkpoints, no upgrades, just pure skills. Deflect, die, learn, repeat, be better, and be faster. Okay, we've got a little dude with a sword. And it seems like it's built around, like, deflecting things. Probably want to change this this trailer. It's not a bad trailer. It gets the core mechanics across, but it says coming soon, and it is now out. You need to re-edit this trailer for that. Okay, they have a Discord. All right, looks like they're doing some good stuff here. I like the sort of neon effects. And we have a few reviews. Good game. It's fun to try beating your best time. Played for 20 hours. Played for 15 minutes. Challenging game with carefully designed levels. Yeah, seems like people like it. This looks like a very well-made little game. And there's quite a few reviews, which leads me to be confused. Either this is like really hitting hard, in which case we will probably see at least maybe 800 or 900 followers, or they've been out for a while and for some reason are showing up as having come out yesterday. Let's see. Got 14 people peak. That was yesterday. And yeah, 500 followers. So they did do pretty well there. This was initially created on August 4th last year. With 533 followers. And an extremely impressive 34 positive reviews. Yeah, 100% of 38 users. So I'm going to put in 38 because that's the higher number. So extremely impressive work, Nature Pixel Studios. Well, they're already over the 10 review hump in the first 24 hours. They have 500 followers, which is about 5,000 wish lists. I'm going to guess 900? That's going to be my guess. That could be conservative, but that's going to be what it is. I don't have much to base that one on, but I'm going to guess they're going to sell pretty well, because it looks pretty cool. Alright, moving on to AlexanderBall, a Countryball tale. Okay. For sale for $12.99 by Redthorn Interactive and published by the same. Ascend to the Macedonian throne as Alexander the Great and relive his conquests, fighting alongside redoubtable and quirky commanders. Recruit numerous types of balls for your army. Construct countless cities named Alexandria and build an empire that stretches to the ends of the known world. We have a cute little animated intro here where everyone is a sphere. Okay. Okay. But what is the gameplay, Redthorn Interactive? That's a nice logo for your studio. Okay, you're really not... I mean, I like the visuals here, but what is the gameplay? Okay. Okay, so it's grid-based combat. It's grid-based tactical combat. Okay, with little orb dudes. Okay. They also have a Discord. Highly customizable army. Alternate history. Really? Okay. Let's go. Pretty good. Just bought this game so far, and I found the game very relaxing, fun, and easy to learn. Can't wait to play more. And you did. You reviewed this at 2.5 hours and then played for another half hour. I followed this product still. Since it was still a playtest now, have helped with testing and providing feedback. Nice little game, worth the $10 if you like Poland balls and strategy games. Poland balls. Did they make another ball-related game? If they did not release it on to Steam. Okay. People are playing this. 19 players, which is the highest of all time so far. Nice. They have a big spike here. So maybe they're doing a big media push, or maybe they're getting some help from the Steam algorithm. Let's see. All right. May 4th, 2022. With 181 followers and 6 positive reviews. Tricky. Really tricky. Not sure how I'm gonna come down on this one. If they get over the 10 review bump, they could sell some more. I'm gonna guess probably 300 for this one. That's my guess. 17, 14 for Attack on King Reloaded, which is free to play and published by Suplife Games and developed by the same. Attack on King Reloaded. Cool capsule image here. As the king, you have to fight for your kingdom with all your might. Move carefully, load your gun, aim at the enemy king, and shoot without fail. With your smart strategies, you will fight your way through all the levels and proudly take back what is rightfully yours, with supreme glory. Is this a chess game? Okay, so we move like a king in chess. I like the art style. It's pretty cool looking. But again, comprehensibility. How does the game work? Enemies can attack you either. What? Is that really what it said? Enemies can attack you either. And that... Was that a... Okay, that was a knight. And that was a knight move. So yes, this is like... They move like... I think this is misspelled. Yep. Sepseal buff and debuff. Okay. So I would suggest spell checking your trailers. That probably gives off the wrong impression. This is a virtual reality game. That makes sense. Really nice capsule image. I like that. Your honorary mission is to gun down the enemy king, who is under layers of careful protection by his pawns at all costs. Okay, so these are probably not English as first language developers. It's a cool idea, but it's very hard to tell what's going on. And let's see if they did any marketing for this. All right, 2 people are playing it. With only 12 followers, and it came out on October 6th. So, tricky to say. It's very snobbish, but really, honestly, spelling mistakes make people think you're not good at your job, which is too bad because it looks like they did make an interesting game, though it seems like they're having some trouble getting people to play it. Still, it's free. I think a couple people will check this out at least. So I'm going to say 100 downloads for this one. Moving on to Aunewyth, if I'm pronouncing that one right. For sale for $3.89. Developed by Captain Cool and published by the same. Aunewyth is a text-based game with a focus on, whoopsie daisy, that's not what I wanted to do, decision-making and replayability. It features a short yet versatile storyline that reveals itself according to the choices you make. Very simple, but, descriptive capsule image here. Kind of odd that this doesn't have the same text. Okay, this is kind of odd in terms of like a choice on how to market this game, because they're marketing it as based off of the features of the fact that it is a text adventure and that you can make choices, but they don't mention what the story is about. And hypothetically, at least in a story game like this, that's the big thing. Like, what is the story about? It's an interesting kind of style for a text adventure, because like it's not like a traditional visual novel or like an old school text adventure game. I wonder if they made this in ink. Anyways, it is an early access game, and very simple description. I have tried to make text games in the past. They're much harder than they look. One person played it yesterday, 6 followers, and was initially created on January 7th. Okay. Steam is quite hard on text adventures that don't have like really elaborate graphics. It's hard on text adventures in general, but if you look at things like the Inkle games, they managed to get over that by having cool graphical interfaces. And this one, it's just text. So I don't imagine that this will garner a huge player base, which is too bad because it might be really cool. Hard to say though. I'm gonna say 10 people. Let's keep going. Avernus, and that's a name that rings bells, though I can't remember from where. Okay, it is on sale for $14.86, down from $17.49. Created by Subsolar Entertainment and published by the same. Avernus is a challenging action-adventure game set in an ancient, mysterious tomb of a dead god. Delve into its labyrinthine halls and protects its secrets from a malevolent predator. One review. Interesting art style. I have to look this up. This is a game that existed, right? Is this a remake? Oh, it's a thing in the Forgotten Realms. Okay. And is also a volcanic crater. Ah, right. There we go. That's, I'm a bit of a geek. It was the name of a Baldur's Gate expansion, or Descent into Avernus was. Okay, so this is just Avernus, not associated with Baldur's Gate. Looks like we have a very, very dark and difficult to read action, top-down action game. You have a dash. Okay, no reviews. I mean, it looks pretty well made. I like a lot of the artwork in the backgrounds. It's very dark though. It reads to me like it would be difficult to play. But 2 people are playing it now with 6 at peak. 221 followers. This is weird. I wonder if they got all those followers. Oh, right. Okay, so this only goes back so far. So at some point, wow, this is quite old. It goes back past 2019. I'm gonna have to dig into the history. Let's see. Okay. The Steam ID was purchased in 2018. Added, excluded from family sharing. Okay, added store name. Okay, I'm when I look back into the history, I tend to look for the when they added the store name. So that was September 2nd, 2018. So this has been in development for a long time. 1,601 days. And they gathered 221 followers during that time. But there's only one negative review. Yeah, this one's a heartbreakers, people, I think. I'm guessing someone spent a really long time on this. The review is in Chinese. Despite the game only being in English. This is interesting. Okay. I think the story behind this one would be interesting and possibly tragic. Here's the thing, with this long of a development time, I think people might have forgotten this game. If it's not being marketed, if there's only 221 followers after 1,601 days, I think many of these 221 people will have forgotten what this game was. Yeah, I'm going to say 100. I hope it does more. I hope whoever worked on this at Subsolar is successful, but I'm worried about that one. I don't think it's going to do particularly well. That's unfortunate. Okay, moving on to Battle Team, which is for sale for $6.69. Nice, by HS Games and published by the same except in lowercase. That's weird. Battle Team. FPS game, low poly multiplayer. Short and sweet. All right. And yeah, it's really just the lowercase version of this. Okay. Curious choices for the trailer. It is low poly. It does appear to be multiplayer. They have some sort of like physics objects in the game. That's interesting. Those are difficult to make work in multiplayer. Let's see. We've got a forest environment, and a forest environment, and a sort of town, and then a forest again. So not hugely varied environments. Looks like it's mostly capture the flag, I think. Players into the fray over and over again. Competitive viability for many types of play from bolt action rifles game mode, with no period. Confusing. Okay. One of the worst FPS games for $10. You'd have more fun flushing a $10 bill down the toilet. That's a bit brutal there, Dave. Only played for 20 minutes. Only played for half an hour. I like this. Put a dot sight on your guns, though. Without it, it can be really hard to aim certain guns. Experiences a lot of crashes. Can't invite friends. Dumb bleep game. I don't even work. Wasted my money. I wanted it. Don't even work. Wasted my money. I want it back every time I try to launch the game. It says connecting to server. I tried it for 10 hours. Nice game. I love it. Good game. Very nice. This game FPS fun to play. Okay. Some mixed reviews. Okay. Two hours. Two people played this in the last 24 hours. With 7 hours at peak 2 years ago. So this is coming out of early access today. They're going 1.0 today. They did have a few followers back in February 10th, 2020. So 170 followers. So I don't like speculating on whether or not all these reviews are real. Maybe it was more positive reviews back in the day. So we'll say 24 into 10. Now, hypothetically, this should be somewhere in the range of 1,000. I'm not sure it would hit that number, even though it has been out for a very long time. No, I'm gonna say 800 because I think that people did buy this and did review it, though apparently did not have a great time recently in it. Okay, moving on to BBirthday visual novel. On sale for $9.09, down from $12.99 by Yun Studio. Yun7. not Yun Studios. And published by the same. Help Bianca to relive the 15 years of her life, but from another perspective. Eyeball. Enjoy this Dreamcore style visual novel with escape room elements and hints of horror. Unlock different endings. Sparkle. First time I have seen someone use emojis in their description, and I don't know, that's kind of cute. We start out and we are talking to a coffee cup head girl with one eye. And then, like, all their faces stack on top of each other. I do like the object head thing going on here. Wow, that's interesting. There's a 3D environment. And then there are 3D walking around sections. Okay, this looks very cool and weird. Definitely getting Yumeniko vibes from this one. The spice melange of weird visual novels. I feel like the atmosphere is so dense you could use it as a chair. Nice description there, American Dove Mitten. It's also not just a visual novel in the same way Undertale is not just an RPG. Oh, there's bullet hell fights. Huh. They seem to really like it. Yeah, this one's really cool looking, though with the only one user review, I am worried that Yen 7 has just not marketed this game and no one will play it, because it looks really cool. Well, 3 people played it, at least. 26 followers. Oh no! Okay, the Steam page was made on December 22nd last year. So 26 followers, 1 very, very positive review. This is a bummer. This is a bummer. The name is a bit strange, so it's probably not going to get picked up just like from people searching. Yeah, that's a pity. I might look up Young 7 later because their game looks neat, but I'm going to say probably 30 people will play this game, unfortunately. I hope that they do better, but I have slim hopes on that one, which is too bad. All right. Moving on to Beach Cafe, Caribbean Sand. For sale for $4.99 from Killbug Studios and published by Cooking and Publishing. I wonder if they're actually a cooking company and they also do like publishing on the sides. Okay. Where is Grandpa and why has this beach bar being closed for more than 2 years? ? An adventure full of puzzles and mystery begins. Explore or discover all the clues and read them correctly in order to advance. Okay, so that's how they're doing the detective style thing. Let yourself be enveloped by a story of intrigue set on a beach. Okay. So this seems like kind of an escape room, kind of a puzzle game, kind of a hidden object game, set in a 3D environment. All right. This looks cool. It's a very simple sort of idea where it's like you're in one room and you're like exploring it. That's cool. I wonder if it is just one room. Oh, no, this looks like a different room. Okay, very cool. Interesting idea, Killbug. But no reviews. So yeah, this is sort of an escape room kind of game. Let's see, has Killbug done anything else? No. Has Cooking and Publishing published anything else? They have. They've published a few games. Okay. Well, let's see how this went. You got no reviews, so it doesn't look like people are playing it. Well, one person played it. Okay, December 6th. And no followers. So it looks like both Killbug and Cooking and Publishing did not really push this game in terms of marketing. Yeah, I'm gonna probably say 10 people play this one. Not that it looks bad, but it's just maybe not, because it is an escape room game and people do like those, though they tend to treat them as sort of disposable, which is too bad. It is priced well for an escape room game. You don't want to price them too low, but you also don't want to price them too high. I'm going to say 50, maybe, just because it is an escape room game. All right. 35.15 by Bram The Toymaker. On sale, or for sale, for $5.69 from Game Plant Entertainment Incorporated and published by the same. Bram the Toymaker, a scary bedtime story or a horrid physical entity. The story goes that the Toymaker is an undead figure who comes out at night leaving a tollway on the children's bedroom window to lure and capture them. A folktale passed through generations within the family might hold some dark secrets. So, we have another exploring family secrets game. Though in this one, there's a giant red orb on the bed. Nice. So this is a walking around in the dark with a flashlight game. This can be fun. This is probably these sort of short-form disposable horror games, but this one looks quite nice. Oh, there's a spooky dude. Again, this capsule image. The people who make these short-form horror games tend to get the capsule images like just right, and I think that this one is just right here. We have the spooky guy. It's in a forest, though curiously not in a mansion, though it looks like the entire game takes place in a mansion. And you have this sort of horror font, right? Like, the people who are looking for this kind of game will find this game, I think. I hate games that if you fail, it takes you all the way to the beginning. That is not a great design decision, yeah. Inertia. Huh. Oh, that's weird. So they have very slidey movement. And it looks like it's nothing but positive. Done out of order to any extent when it comes to the mask placement, the game glitches. So, I'm guessing this is Game Plant Entertainment's first game. That's my guess. Yes, first game. So, good job. You made a first game. You should probably go and like check what all the people are saying and try and consider like putting out a patch for it. I think you've got something fun here, and yeah, I look forward to seeing what you do next. Yeah, see, some people are playing it. 3 players right now. The page was created on, a while ago. So this is a game that's been in development for some time. September 2nd, 2020. 123 followers, not bad. But now we have mostly negative reviews. No, not mostly negative. Actually, they're mostly positive. So 1, 2, 3, 5. Yeah, 5 positive and 1 negative. So pretty good. Hard to say on this one. Again, for these short-form horror games, how well they do is dependent almost entirely on whether or not a big streamer picks them up. If Markiplier plays this game could sell a couple of thousand copies. I am going to guess 400. I wrote in 500. No, 400 for this one. That's my guess. Again, these are just guesses. I'm mostly pulling numbers out of the air. I'm trying to make reasonable assumptions based on like what I know about the industry and what I know about certain types of game genres and based on what I see on the Steam page. But for some of them, especially these like short form horror games, it's really up in the air if someone picks them up and if they do well from there. So 1916. Wait, no, 3916. We are now on to Canterz Paranormies 2, on sale for $2.07, down from $2.59 by Anamik Majumdar, and published by the same. Probably pronouncing that wrong. Canterz Paranormies 2 is a 2D top-down survival horror game based on the story of the most renowned paranormal investigation team of the US, Canterz Paranormies, who have received a request to investigate the Kentucky house located in the vicinity of the cemetery. That's some really nice, smooth sprite animation there. Use the various scientific equipment to capture the paranormal evidence. Weird sort of little head jerk there. Huh. Ooh, you got a spooky dude. Oh, he was climbing the wall there. And the same spooky dude got really big. Okay. Was there a Canterz Paranormies 1? Oh, it looks like Animik Majumdar has been making these games for a while. Quite a few of them, actually. So they released 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games last year. They seem to be mostly these. Oh, wait, no. Huh, interesting. This is like a shooter. All right, interesting. Oh, wait. I went in here to see whether or not Canterz Paranormies, if there's a first one. Oh, there is one. Okay, yeah, this was one of the ones that came out last year. Man, I'm blind. Let's see how this one did. Okay, so this one got three reviews and looks like it had very similar sprites. Except in this case, they're in a Texas haunted house. Dealing with slightly different looking spooky guys. Okay, cool. Let's see what the charts say. One person played this. And it was created on November 3rd. Okay. So, interesting. Only 5 followers. And no reviews. So I'm going to guess maybe 200 people will play this one. Animik seems to have hit on a formula that is working for them because they do seem to be able to keep making their games if they make a lot of them. Though I do think that they might be better served by maybe slowing down game releases a little bit and doing some promotion. Because these look like pretty cool little horror, sort of RPG Maker horror games, but it does not look like they're getting any promotion, and so it doesn't seem like many people are seeing them. All right, best of luck on your next game. Code Red is our next game. It is free to play. It is published by, or it is developed by Luke Andrews and Coin Mode Limited, and published by Coin Mode Limited. Okay. Play Code Red for free, a fast-paced online arcade third-person shooter. Unlock the mysteries of the enigmas and use chaotic abilities to gain the competitive edge. Online action arcade third-person shooter. But this makes it sound like it's a puzzle game. You have a floaty crystal. Got people with guns. Alright, so we do have a sort of third-person shooter game. Everybody's appropriately dressed for the cold. That's nice. Looks like you have different special abilities. The characters all look quite similar. Okay. It is in early access. It's free to play. Let's see. Do not create an account. Scam company. Uh-oh. They want very personal information, and your account you make with them is basically a bank account, and they can charge you money if you're inactive or when they send you a text to your phone number. Wow. Okay, so yes, I think that this is probably pretty solidly a scam game. I'm going to leave it here. Don't play this game. Not a good idea. Yes, I'm just going to write down. Yep, that's fine. Scam. Don't do this, people. Okay. Moving on to Crime Scene. Which is on sale for $19.50, down from $32.50. Developed by Enoops and published by the same. You have to play For an ordinary guy who does a specific job. Your work is connected with crime, blood, and death. Okay. We got a dude here who is standing. We have a low poly art style. And we have a dead man here. Alright, this is kind of spooky. It looks like we're a crime scene cleanup technician. I think we're cleaning up crime scenes for, like, the mob. Yes, okay. 3D puzzle game in which you have to clear the room of blood and other traces of crime. You have to play for an ordinary guy who does a specific job. I don't think that that's what you mean. Your work is connected with crime, blood, and death. Perform your job duties professionally by removing all traces from the crime. Make sure all of it. So this is kind of a hidden object game, I think, with a very grim theme. I like the theme. I think the art style is kind of cool. But your character not moving kind of suggests to me, at least, there's not much to this game. Yes. That seems to be the case. Oh, and it's timed. So you have to clean up the game in the okay. It's basically a clicker. You have to clean up any crime scene by clicking bloodstains. Hidden gem of a game, gem of the genre. There's a crime scene cleanup genre? However, it never loaded level 19 and got stuck on a black screen, so it looks like there's some problems there. This one's a bit weird because of, like, I can't tell if it's a translation issue with how it's written about, or if this is something else going on here. 16 followers, and created on December 23rd of last year. One positive, one negative. Very pricey for the kind of game that it is. Kind of weird. I'm gonna say 80 people will play that one. Yeah, kind of confusing, that one. Moving on to Deadly Desire. I'm really hoping this one's not a red light game in disguise. It is on sale for $9.90, down from $11.79. Created by Carrot Studios and published by the same. Deadly Desires, a FPS shooter story set in the Halua at the beginning of the calculus pandemic. What? Answering the question, what if they were right? Who? What? Unalive everyone who stands in your way. Okay, we've got some ragdolls, but they're having a bad time. Find out who is behind the calculus pandemic. And make sure that we are not the baddies. Alright. Go through 4 hours of story missions and find out more about calculus pandemic. What? Well, I admit this one is a little baffling. Not sure what they're up to here. Created on December 24th. Four followers, so it doesn't look like they marketed the game very much. Kind of confusing. If this is a first-time developer, good job putting a game together. Though I can't tell anything about this game. It's very weird. I am going to say 25 people. Complete guess? No idea. It's very pricey for the kind of game that it looks like it is. Yeah, confusing. I am confused. Moving on to Deep in the Snowy Night. On sale, or for sale, for $2.59. Developed by Rage Game Studios and published by Rage Games. A challenging winter-themed horror experience. Okay, so we have a walk around with a flashlight game again. Uh-oh, there's evil snowmen out to get you. Right. So we've got evil snowmen, spooky one-armed smo people, and lots of forests and buildings. Okay. No reviews. One person played this. December 30th for this one. And we have 4 followers and no reviews. So this one looks, less polished than Bram The Toymaker. So I don't think it's going to do as well, even if it does get picked up for 3 scary games or something. Yes, very hard to say. I think that if this does not get picked up and nobody looks at it on a stream or something, it will probably sell nothing. Hard to say. I'm going to say 20. That's probably my guess. Moving on to Droid Wars Duel. This is on sale for $10.39, down from $12.99. Developed and published by Milorad Zivanovic. Sci-fi arcade old style PvP. No multiplayer. How is it PvP if it's not multiplayer? No multiplayer, no mat. Okay, so is there no matchmaking or there is matchmaking? Lobby waiting, just pure fun with your friends. Choose your nicks, gender, equip, and head on to excitement. Sure, there's a lot more to it. You'll find out eventually. ... Welcome. Space! Exclamation mark. All right, something's going on here. The capsule looks pretty neat. Kind of hard to read the D's in this font. We're setting up stuff. This trailer appears to be just capturing the experience of starting the game. Oh, okay, this was not what I was expecting. I'm not even sure what I'm looking at here. Is this kind of like Pong, where you're left hardy, right hardy? What is happening here? I have to assume that the left and right sides are like controlled by an individual, by people, but now there's like a spaceship here. I don't know. Oh, okay. So this is a game that is, I think, going to fall into the comprehensibility gap. They might have something really cool here, but it's very hard to tell what is happening based on, like, it looks like you're trying to destroy these little arcade button looking things, I guess. I don't know. I do not know. Today is a day for confusing games, everybody. Okay, so this store page was created on January 5th this year, and there were 3 followers and no reviews. So again, because it's so confusing and the price is quite high for a game this confusing, I'm going to say 10 people will probably play that one. Still, Milorad, looks like you have some interesting ideas, but for your next game, maybe pick like an existing game and like twist it, because this one looks very strange, and if people can't understand what the game is, they won't want to buy it. Or if you don't care about people buying your game, just keep going. Anyway, you did a good job. Put a game on Steam. Nice job. Let's keep going. So 53, 55. Our next game is Encoded War, on sale for $13.94, down from $15.49, by Somnolent Team, and published by the same. Encoded War. Here is the 5-year contract to get your son back. Wow, that's starting strong. You must become the Morse messenger during World War II, deliver our encoded messages, and lead Deutschland. Oh boy, okay, so we are a... This is a game about being a Nazi encoder. That's grim. Okay, so we have a paperwork kind of game. Getting sort of Papers, Please vibes on this one. Oh, and you have to encode them into Morse code. Encode messages into Morse code. They have a Discord. Deliver our encoded messages. Morse coder to submit the message or message logs. Very strong style. Like this is what I mean by comprehensibility. This is a very weird game, but it's very clear to see what is actually happening, right? They send you a message, you encode it in Morse code, and then you send it back out. No reviews though. They do have a Discord, which would normally suggest that they have some kind of marketing plan. Some people have played it. 5 players right now, 10 or 9 in total. 47 followers, and this page was created on December 28th. Hard to say on this one. I think if there was like anything that hinted at the fact that you were not actually just like a Nazi collaborator, it might be easier to market this, like if you were a spy or something. But yeah, I don't know. It looks competently made. It looks like a game that you can play, but very low follower count. I'm going to guess maybe 100 on this one. I think if they had a clearer message, they didn't have the Nazi stuff. Like, there's kind of a reason that Papers, Please is like a fictional country. Yeah, I'm gonna say probably 100. It doesn't look like they really marketed that one either, though they do have the Discord, so I'm confused. I'm a bit confused on that one. Today is a day for me being confused. We are going to move on to Fateel and then some characters I can't read. This is on sale for $5.84, down from $6.49. Developed by Evil Light Studio and published by the same. Alright, follow the journey of a crime detective who has been kidnapped by an unknown gang. And now he must solve the mysteries and find a way out. Okay, we got a little low poly style for this dude. I mean, the dude's very cute. It looks like maybe a mystery-solving adventure game, kind of. This view really gives me sexy brutal feels. It's the same kind of framing and stuff. We have some kind of meter down in the corner that looks like stamina. Something's going on up here. I'm having trouble figuring out, like, how are you a detective? What are you actually doing? I don't see any other characters. It's just this little guy in his flat cap. Oh, okay, so the sort of hook here is that you just have a bunch of explosives. You got kidnapped by a gang and they were like, here, we're just going to leave this guy on the floor next to a bunch of bombs. All right, cool. Not recommended, and in a language I don't speak. I think that's Arabic. I like the game very much, and the puzzles are very interesting, but I wish to support the controller as well, and the graphics are very good. Okay, I agree. The graphics look really cute. And one other recommended game. So it looks like a fairly short game, maybe 2 hours long. It won a Game Design Award in the Developer Zone competition for 2021. Alright, let's see what the charts say. We have 2 people playing it over the last day, with 3 people playing it in total. And this was originally created in November 6th, 2022. But they only managed to pick up 11 followers, 2 positive, 1 negative. So this looks like another one that has like some cool stuff here, but does not look like it was marketed particularly heavily. I'm gonna say probably 200, because it does look pretty cool. It's very cute. All right, moving on to Figures of Heroes. For sale for $19.49. Developed by Missiles Are Magic and published by the same. The owner has been missing for some time. The other toys and game characters have grown restless. In search for answers, the ancient texts were found, and they are sparking adventure in the toys. They go to battle to find answers and delve in the owner's realm further. Okay. So I think this is sort of a Toy Story themed action roguelike game. It's very similar, kind of, to Slay the Spire, I think. That's what some of the mechanics are suggesting. It's kind of weird that like we're in like this thing, and then every time you attack, like you go to a different screen. That's odd. It's an early access. Build your team of toys and video game characters. Okay. Missiles Are Magic, have you made any other games? You made one called Brutal Scales, or at least you made a demo for it, but then did not release that game. Okay, so this capsule is not really selling this idea. It's very difficult to see what's going on there. Okay, one person played this. And this was created, the store page was created last week. Nine followers and no reviews. On sale for very nearly $20. Yeah, I think maybe 20 people will buy that one. Let's see. Okay, moving on to Finding Xavier. This is for sale for $1.29, developed by Golden Evolution and published by the same. A short adventure in which you will have to use precise platforming in order to find your cat, Xavier. Alright, I mean, that is very clear. You've got cute little pink hair, and I like that menu. That menu is very cute. Let's see. So you can equip upgrades. This is very Celeste, like extremely Celeste. Can you dash in multiple directions, or can you only dash forwards? You can dash in multiple directions. Okay, so this is like riffing on the Celeste formula a lot. But that's not bad. Celeste was a great game. Oh, but you have a couple of additional abilities. Yeah, alright, this looks very cute. 2 user reviews. The game is fairly short, especially if you are experienced with platformers. Nice, thank you for the warning. Cute little game, and has an interesting gameplay design that almost feels like a small Metroidvania at times. It's got a lot of visual polish on it too. Definitely pick it up if you're looking for the store page. It's only $1 and it respects your time. And they played for about an hour. So yeah, alright. Very cool. Golden Evolution, have you done other stuff before? You have. You've made a game called Neoness, which was a pretty cool looking space shooter, shape shooter, I guess. Alright, very cool. And I definitely think that like this could have very easily gotten traction on social media because it is so cute and like polished looking. So it's a pity that it looks like only 3 people have played it. When was this created? On December 23rd, 2023. 2022, I mean. So 1 positive review, no negative reviews, and 12, oh wait, no, 2 positive reviews. Okay. And 12 followers. Oof. See, this is the kind of game that I think that if they had marketed enough to get this over the like the green light limit, the 10 reviews / 500 sales thing, that this could have picked up and become like a pretty successful little game, especially at the price point that it's at. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like they did that, so I'm guessing maybe only 50 people will play this. Okay. I mean, you made a really cool game, Golden Evolution. That looks very cool and very cute, and I wish you the best of luck. I hope I'm wrong about that, but I don't think that you're going to sell very many copies of this. Flaming Thunderer is our next game, on sale for $19.50, down from $32.50. Developed by Max Pedro and published by the same. Flaming Thunderer is an action platformer with adventure elements. Darkness has overtaken your village. Monsters have come to your lands. Okay, you got a little dude. He's walking and jumping and not animating when he jumps. I do wonder if we're going to see any gameplay. All right, there's some dudes. We've got a heart for life again. Oh, you can throw a sort of boomerang hammer. The combat looks fairly simple. I guess you're supposed to be Thor, I think? Same monument again, but in a different place. Okay. Quite an interesting platform with pleasing graphics and sound. The varied levels do not make you bored. Worth the money, I recommend it. Are there varied levels, though? Okay, I mean, this looks very different. But aside from that, it's just the same plains with the same enemies and the same trees with maybe different colored clouds. Okay. One person played it, possibly our happy reviewer of Sankara. And this was made on January 7th. Whoops. Okay. All right, Max, good job. You made a cool looking little game, but I think that, like a lot of platformers, it kind of needs a hook, and I'm not seeing one there. And if it looks like the game is all one level or is like very repetitive, people tend to move away from that kind of platformer. So you're usually looking to, like, I know it's a lot more work, but like creating a bunch of different level assets and level concepts is generally a cool idea. This is a very high price for a like combat platformer. I think this is higher than Hollow Knight is currently. So I think you might sell more copies if it were less money. Yeah. All right. Good job, Max. You made a game. I'm going to say you're probably going to sell 50 copies of that. That's my guess. Okay. Moving on to Game Cycle. Game Cycle. On sale for $4.55, down from $5.69. Developed by Ryan Silberman and published by the same. Oh. Show me the game, not the reviews. Wait, hold on. We've seen this game before. How are you out again, Ryan? Game Cycle. Game Cycle. Whoops. Can I find this? Game Cycle. Find. Okay. Okay, I swear this is exactly identical to a game that came out a couple of days ago. Ryan, did you release this before? I definitely remember seeing this before. Okay, wait. It wasn't yesterday. I would remember if it was yesterday. Game Cycle. Nope. Game Cycle? No. Nope. Maybe it was renamed. We've seen this before, though, right? The same thing? Okay, I'm gonna keep going because, but I swear this is a game that was released within this week and is showing up again. One person played it. June 6th. $12 followers and no reviews. I swear I've seen this before, but it's not showing up on my list, so maybe I just dreamed this? I don't know. It looks like it's a collection of little mini games. Yep, that's it. I'm gonna guess 10 games. This is gonna haunt me. I'm gonna try and figure this out like off stream because I swear that I saw this before. I'm not making it up. I'm not crazy. All right, moving on. 2. Haunted Hotel Personal Nightmare Collector's Edition. For sale for $17.99. Developed by Elephant AR and published by Big Fish Games. I wonder if this is an AR game. After 20 years, you receive a letter about your missing mom and sister. Answers are waiting at the Freedom Hotel, but nothing there is quite as it seems. Can you overcome your deepest fears and save your family in time? This is a hidden object game. And I can tell because of the art style. All hidden object games have this one art style. But this is a hidden object game set in a hotel. And they all have this sort of weird, overwrought animation style too, heavily reliant on like things like live 2D, and are often sort of fantasy realism, like historical fantasy realism. This is like very classic hidden object game stuff, which means it might be a mobile port. Elephant Games is proud to bring you the newest addition to the Haunted Hotel series. So I'm guessing that these guys have made a bunch of these. Right. Wow. Wow. Why is it so much money? So I asked around yesterday. We saw yesterday a game that had an extremely high price, and we were confused. Like, why is this game on sale for this much money? Oh, this is a bundle. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so this is a bundle, and they're selling all their games for this. And they have been making these kind of hidden object games for hidden object puzzle games for a while. Okay, well, let's keep going and take a look at the charts for this one. Did anyone review it? No. So 2 people played it, and it was created on the 18th of January, so absolutely no lead time. Followers of 9. So what this tells me is that this is probably a port from like an iPhone, or an iPad game. I'm guessing. I hope it is, because otherwise they provided like no time for marketing and don't appear like they're going to make much money on this one. It doesn't look bad. It's just like it's very classic in this genre. So I think if you're looking for this genre of games, you might find this and really like it. But with the apparent lack of marketing, at least on Steam, I don't think they're going to sell very many copies. I'm going to say at most 50, maybe. All right, moving on. 115.01. And this is the last one I'm going to do before I take a tiny break and get a drink, because we are going to be not quite halfway through. So this game is Hike Valley, on sale for $2.72, down from $3.89. Developed and published by Morning Shift Studios. Head to a hike to the old mysterious valley and explore the hidden beauty of untouched nature. Explore many unique locations and buildings set to rot by humanity a long time ago. Okay, so this is a walking around game. Rather nice low poly art style. Lay back and relax. So this seems like it's a relaxing walking around game. The tags are adventure, casual, walking around, open world, exploration game. Kind of neat. Only $2. Really simple. Your objective is to explore the valley and see what kinds of things you find. You get a list of locations to explore and investigate. Okay, so yeah, this is sort of a treasure hunt kind of game where you're just sort of walking around, finding stuff. New part for Hike Walking Simulator series. Same good style as old ones, lots of achievements and good looking environment. Annoying Crow being weird. They apparently played this for 10 hours. Morning Shift Studios has outdone themselves this time, as it now includes a valley. Crow has dumped her Dollar Generals before. Crow knows about the feeling abandoned caca. Alright. Annoying Crow is having a normal one. Morning Shift Studios, I'm guessing you've done this before? Yeah. So they make these little hiking games. Okay. Let's see how they normally do. They do not great. Maybe they have a long tail? Maybe? Hard to say. Okay. So 2 players played this, possibly Annoying Crow being one of them. Initially created their Steam page on the 4th of January, so just 2 weeks. 21 followers. And a couple of reviews. 1 positive review. No, they had more than 1 review when I looked at it. Okay, so they've got 3 positive reviews. No negative reviews. So this looks like a very simple game that knows exactly what it is, right? And I think that if you're looking for this kind of game, like something just to sort of do, this looks like a good version of that. Morning Shift Studios, how frequently do you make games? Okay, you released Hike Island on January 13th. So they release games fairly frequently, 5 or 6 times a year. And I'm surprised that this kind of studio, where they're releasing this kind of game, still exists. I thought this was something that kind of died during the quote-unquote indie apocalypse, like 2014, 2015. But, you know, does my heart good to see Morning Shift Studios still plugging along. I do think that maybe they could afford to market their games more. I know that they have like a very short production cycle and probably don't have a lot of bandwidth for marketing, but you know, putting a couple of you know, soothing music tracks on TikTok or something, and with like, we made a game about hiking. Where's your favorite place to hike? As kind of advertisements. I think they could, you know, get more people to come in, and I think that it's worthwhile. I'm sticking on this game for a while because like, there's not a lot of gameplay here. It's very simple. It was probably very easy to make, but there's something there, and I would like to see them do better. But as is with this, I'm thinking they're probably going to sell 300 copies. All right, moving on to Human or Not. On sale for $13.16, down from $15.49. Developed by Hagway Eyes and published by Eyes Production. I wonder if I'm pronouncing eyes correctly here. Aliens are entering Earth disguised as humans. It's your job to expose these imposters. Can you tell who is human and who is not? Choose your own path. Will you keep the Earth safe? You're literally looking for you're looking for alien lizard people. Okay, so we've got aliens live amongst us. They're definitely like hitting the Among Us thing a lot. So it looks like this is kind of a alien themed Papers, Please, where you're talking to people and trying to figure out whether or not they're an alien or a person or a human. They have a demo. Oh my god, this game is amazing. This is a nice spin on Papers, Please. And they played for 5 hours, and this person played for 4 hours. So this looks like there's stuff here. This is a game. This is not a low effort kind of thing. But it doesn't look like it's getting a lot of traction. 9 people played this yesterday, and 3 people are playing it right now. Page was originally created April 26th, 2022. And gathered 86 followers. So, not terrible. These 2 people liked it. So what this tells me is this is a neat little game that did not get marketed enough and did not get the exposure it probably deserved. I'm going to guess maybe 100 people will play this. Interesting game, Haggai Ice, and I hope your next game is more successful. And I'd like to be wrong. I like to hope that this that game goes wider. All right, moving on to I Won't Forget Hue. Actually, hold on. I'm going to take a momentary break and take a drink so my throat doesn't die. We are on game 34 out of a lot. I said I think 72. So I'll be back in a second. Hold on. And I'm back. All right, we're still on I Won't Forget Hue, which is a free-to-play game by Hostile Kiwi Games, published by the same. I won't forget you. Disorganized and alone, a woman finds herself crafting new glasses in order to look at her own home with different shaded views. I Won't Forget Hue is a psychedelic thriller experience. You'll go shopping for new lenses, try to figure out what is happening to her home, and why she is all alone. Interesting, like, shifting of tenses there. 18 positive reviews, not doing too badly today. Was that the trailer? It's just different rooms with the word I Won't Forget Hue over it. I wonder if there's... I don't normally broadcast my desktop sounds, but this is just some spooky music over this. Possibly the strangest trailer I've ever seen. Okay, so we're making glasses. And, okay, so this is implying at least that different lenses like create or delete objects. Interesting. Such a cool and interesting game to play if you have an hour to spare. So it's very short. Fun short game with an amazing concept. S-tier game. It's a short, spooky horror game with great animations and effects. The noises really make you jump. The concept is insanely cool, and I like the fact that you can grab collectibles around the map to make the game more difficult. Was a quick game that took me about 40 minutes to complete. A few jump scares, fun game to pass a bit of your time. Okay, so this is another iteration of the short horror game, but this one has a really strong hook, right? Where we're like looking at the world through different colored lenses, And I think that this proves that even though this has one of the weirdest trailers, a strong hook is enough to get people looking at it and get people talking about it. Yeah, this is the game that I think has the most stuff today. No, Agent in Depth did, but yeah, all right. Probably could have used more marketing based on this, but the store page was made December 16th, 2022. And 47 followers. And a ton of positive reviews. 17 positive reviews. And no negative reviews. So it is free to play, which is maybe why it's picking up a whole lot of traction, but very clever game idea, Hostile Kiwi Games. Maybe take another look at how your trailer is put together, because that's a very weird trailer. Interesting choice. Good job on your game. And I think probably 800 people will play this one. But if it gets picked up by by a streamer or something, this could easily go into the thousands. Like, I could very easily see a lot of people playing this game. Moving on to our next game, which is just called Image. On sale for $15.39, down from $17.49. Published and developed by Galactic Games. Image is a first-person horror game. Explore a haunted, ever-changing environments in an atmospheric, confusing world and enjoy a truly terrifying game experience. 5 user reviews. Lots of flickering lights. Unfortunately, that's a little hazardous. Oh, you have a cute little duck with you. So I look at this, and this is far more like a real trailer, right? Like, we're seeing how this game is going to work. There's apparently lots of flickering lights. There's a spooky guy. This is selling the idea that this is a short horror game, much stronger than I Won't Forget Hue, but it also doesn't have the hook. And we can see just in the number of reviews the difference that having a hook gives you. Haunted house full of traps. Game features a lot of interactions with objects in the house to make you feel better while playing. That's a weird way of phrasing that. At the same time, the game itself is very random and sometimes confusing. Okay. So played for half an hour. Thinks it's a hidden gem. I had planned not to play this game when I first stumbled within my sight. However, a kind gentleman gifted it to me in the hopes I would enjoy said product. The game itself is quite short, and they did beat it in under an hour. Man, the writing in this review is very, very weird. Wow. Okay, yeah, like something go. who is this person? Sog Darkula. Interesting review there, Sog. I mean, this game is not free as well. It being free makes I Won't Forget Hue maybe easier to risk, even though, and this one is $15, which for a short horror game that's under an hour is very pricey. I would normally expect to see a game with like this length at about $3 to $5. Not saying that that's what they're worth, but that is what they are usually sold for. December 2nd, 2012. 2022, not 2012. What am I talking about? 19 followers. And 2 positive reviews, 1 negative review. Hard to say. I'm going to say probably because the price is quite high for this kind of game. 200. That's my guess. Moving on. King's Hand, free to play by Corax and published by Corax. King's Hand. A classic 1v1 chess, but you also have unique cards that will help you with dethroning your opponent's king. There is no checkmate nor stalemate, just a brawl between two royal families. Okay. So they just merged 3 pawns into a bishop. Okay. This is kind of clever. I like this idea. The pixel art is simple, but like pretty striking, I think. Annoying crows here. Classic chess that you can now play online. You have like random Slay the Spire cards that can give you a huge advantage. Reminds me of Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat chess combat. I remember that too. All right. The battle trading system is cool. Overall, good game. Yeah, I think this one could have legs, but I don't know if anyone's going to see it. 4 people are playing it now with a 5 peak as of 15 hours ago. 18th of December. So there was a bit of lead time on this one, not a ton. 17 followers. And 2 positive reviews. No negative reviews. And it's free to play. Really hard to say on this one. I'm going to guess 200 as well. But I think a lot of people would like this one if they could be convinced to play it and see it. But with the number of followers that they have, I don't think that they're going to get over the 10 review hump and get into the algorithm, which is a pity because it looks pretty cool, and people do like card games and chess. So I think there's an audience for this one, but I don't think that audience is going to find it, which kind of sucks. Nice job, Korax. You made a cool looking game. We're going to move on to Kitball 20,000. For sale for $3.89. Developed by Randy Becker and published by ProperDev. Kitball 20,000 is a homage to classic old-school Maiz shooters of the 90s, featuring modernized gameplay and graphics while still holding onto the original simplicity and charm of its inception. It has split-screen multiplayer, so it automatically wins for me. I love split-screen multiplayer. It is cheesy and fun. Everything is extremely neon. You are cat furries in a maze. Remote play together. Okay, you made a neat game, Randy. This looks really wild. But only 2 people played it, and that's too bad. So this was created on November 6th. And only 8 followers. Unfortunate. So Randy, I think your game is neat, but you need to come up with a marketing strategy for your next one. And I look forward to seeing what that is. As is, I am guessing this game will only probably sell 30 to 50 copies, maybe. That's my guess. Moving on to Lincoln Green, which is on sale for $5.19, down from $6.49. Developed and published by Corbally Games. Lincoln Green is an all-ages fighting game. A bright cast of characters battle to save Lincoln Green from the greedy sheriff and his henchmen. Single-player, online multiplayer, as well as couch multiplayer available. Alright, so we have some low-poly characters who are doing sword combat and occasionally throwing fireballs. Rob, who looks like Robin Hood. Alright. Okay. There's a green guy. This is by Corbally Games. Corbally Games, have you made anything before? You made Fighter's Glory. Was this the same kind of game? It was. It was almost an identical kind of game. Huh, and that got no user reviews either. So they have made 2 of these, 3 years apart. I will say Lincoln's Green does look more polished. It looks like they have honed their craft in the making of these games. We have like character-specific icons and stuff now. Let us see what the charts tell us. The charts tell us 1 person has played this game. Or at least 1 person at a time. And the page was made on November 22nd. They only had 6 followers. So, I'm going to guess this is also probably going to sell about the same as Kitball. So probably about 30. That would be my guess. Good luck, Corbally Games. On to our next game. Lone Traveler, on sale for $19.50, down from $32.50. Developed and published by Nikita Morty. Lone Traveler, a story about a lone traveler. You have to dig, explore the location, fight monsters in order to survive on the island, build a wooden axe or stone pickaxe, and go on an adventure. Huh. So I think we can see that this is definitely inspired by Minecraft. We have Hearts for Health again. I really should start tracking how many games have Hearts for Health. You fight little zombies. I wonder if you can dig or if you're just like punching wood. The combat looks very sort of embryonic at this point. Lone Traveler, story about a lone traveler, build a wooden axe. It's the same description. Okay. Let's see. Game that reminds us of Minecraft, but with its own unique story. Different items for crafting as well as hunting for monsters. There are a lot of things you can do in the game. If there are, I would really like to see more of them in the trailer. So far, it looks like there's only 1 monster, and you can dig. The charts say 3 people played this maximum, with 1 person is currently playing it. And it was created on December 31st. Only 6 followers. Now, SteamDB does not have the reviews, so we have 2 reviews, but I'm only seeing 1 of them. Let's get all languages and see if we... Typical killer of Terraria and Minecraft, only played for 45 minutes. This person played for 3.5 hours. So, 2 positive reviews. Hard to say on this one. I'm going to say maybe 100 people will play this one. Maybe. Alright. Moving on to Lost Between. Lost Between is on sale, or is for sale for $13.99. Developed by Isolated Studio and published by Asaf Vigdarov. Ooh, that's not what I want. I just want the store page, please. Store page, please. A girl who lost her memory woke up after a nightmare, looking for her parents to find she lives in another nightmare. It seems she is stuck in a loop of nightmares she cannot escape. That's distressing. Really like this capsule image. Very spooky, sort of giant head. Alright, we have another first-person, probably psychological horror game, would be my guess. The year is 9114, so we're in the far future, I guess? We do not have a flashlight in this one. The art looks very impressive. There's a hanging guy there. And a train. We actually have like embodiment. We have a first-person character with a body, which is that is a first for this week. I have not seen any game where your character has a body. Having tried to build systems for that in the past, I hope that body only existed in that cinematic, because it's really hard to do that. This is an early access game, no Discord, but they do have a review from Alpha Beta Gamer, which is breathtaking scenery and a lot of great little details. I agree. Their environments look very cool and very murky. We have 2 reviews. One is a bug report, I think. The game is confusing. What little horror I have ran into has been ignored due to the lack of explanation. Some of the areas are just too large to explore and not give adequate direction. The save system is rough to say the least. More save points or autosaves would be very handy. I want to like this game, I really, really do. It seems to have a lot of time and effort poured into it, but as of now, I probably won't be picking it back up. They reviewed this as of 1.2. Now, this is an early access, so those things could be fixed over time. I hope they are, because this does look like it has had a lot of time and love put into it. So I hope that they iron out the problems with lack of direction and save placement. 2 people played this game, only 36 followers. So this was made on December 24th. So this is hard to say. It could be that they're releasing it to early access with the intention of doing a lot of marketing beforehand, but if they're doing that, I'm not sure that that's the best way of doing it. My understanding of the way that the Steam algorithm works with early access is that it kind of counts your early access launch as your primary launch, and so if you don't get a lot of attention early on, it will not put you into the algorithm. It won't show you on the store page. So yeah, that's too bad. I'm gonna say probably 200, because this does look like very cool. The art is extremely good, but they don't appear to be marketing it. They got about 1 follower per day, which is mixed. If you have this short of a marketing lead time before you launch your game, you really want to be hitting it hard. Alright, moving on. To Lunch Tycoon. On sale for $5.51, down from $6.49. Developed and published by Echo Games. Okay, Lunch Tycoon is a management strategy game where you run all parts of your restaurant, keep customers happy, and you'll earn stars, but miss too many orders and your business will slow to a crawl. Very simple 3D art style. Okay. So this is a restaurant sim with, I think, the idea being that you're like the only employee. Seems the beginnings of a really chill game, but so far has crashed every time I play after 3 minutes. So have just asked for a refund. Shame, because I thought I'd enjoy it. That is unfortunate. Alright, Echo Games, I do hope that you fix the instability. So they have made a couple of other Tycoon games. All-time peak of 1 person playing this yesterday, probably Hexibingus. Interesting that this is a relatively old store page, June 25th. Only 21 followers, 1 negative review. I don't think the fact that this is a strategy simulation game is really going to save this one. I'm going to say maybe 50 people. We'll try that. Moving on to Magic Kingdom War. On sale for $4.18, down from $4.65. Developed and published by a studio that I cannot read. Magical Kingdom War is a cartoon-style turn-based role-playing game. Each character has different skills and attributes. In the game, you can choose different formations to fight, and the formations can increase the character's attributes. Players need to collect more characters to grow their team. I wonder if this is an auto-battler. It looks like it, because we don't have like a menu popping up. Okay, so this is some kind of auto-battler. Are there different environments? Doesn't look like it. Looks like we just have this one screen with little dudes. Okay, so this looks like a very sort of small game. Let's see what people are saying. Go into the different types of characters. Like they have a bunch of different types of characters, even if they only appear to only have one environment. This is a wonderful little gem of a game. Think idle type auto battler where formation gear and how you outfit gem upgrades are key. Addictive as all get out, though you only played for 2 hours and 45 minutes. Okay. What does the other review say? The other reviews are negative and in other languages. Okay. So, someone's playing it with a 3-player peak as of 4 months ago. Okay, so this seems like it was an... Yeah, these are all the reviews for the early access version of this game, and this is now its 1.0 release. So it doesn't look like they did what Game God Fluent was asking and expand the game a great deal. This was... Store page was made on September 3rd, so it was a fairly short early access period. And they gained 15 followers during that time. So I have to guess that they probably didn't do a great deal of marketing. Wonder about the story of this one. This one's kind of interesting. Alright, I'm gonna guess maybe 200, because people do like idle games. And this one has at least a little attention. Alright, continuing to go. Next title is Maiz, on sale for $2.99, down from $4.99, developed and published by Critics Studio. Using laser beams, reflections, blocks, and button to push and activate. Solve the puzzle in Maiz to discover the story of this Moroccan village. Okay. Very cool capsule image. Love that. I would definitely click on this capsule image. We have... Okay, this is interesting. The text here is in French. And it looks like we have sort of block and laser puzzles. All in very similar environments, though. Okay, this is a different kind of environment. First-person puzzle game, excellent game. The first for its creator, nice job, who did this alone in a month. Wow, extremely impressive, Critic Studios, whoever it is that you are. Very addictive puzzle game, though you only played for 45 minutes with a thrilling setting. Runs well on Steam Deck. That's good to know. Thanks to Share Players. We do have 4 user reviews. Let's see if there's some in other languages. Alright, there's some in French. If this is a Moroccan game dev, I think Morocco speaks French. I can't spell. Yes, so if I had to guess, this is a Moroccan game dev. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 positive reviews. Very nice. Three people are playing at the moment, and with 5 at max. Alright, January 7th. Yes, 7 positive reviews. No negative reviews. Very nice job. With 25 followers. I'm going to say maybe 500 for this. And fantastic work, Critic Studios. Seriously, one developer, only 1 month. Really nice job. And with only 1 month of development, it's completely bananas to consider marketing it as well while you're trying to do that in a single month. But I think you would have done quite well if you had maybe delayed for a couple of weeks and done a big marketing push after you had finished the game. Though I know that that's maybe not what you're interested in. Still, excellent job. Right, our next game is Mangavania, on sale for $5.19, down from $6.49. Developed by Alexander Nikolev. Nikolev? I probably pronounced that correct the first time. Published by Sometimes You. Old school action platformer game with pixel art graphics. Well, that looks correct. Really cute little 2D sprite, or what is it? 1-bit sprite. Like, I really like this little sprite. The combat looks good. We've got some juicy impact shake going on. The main appeal of the game, okay, Pocket Gamer. Obviously, it's aesthetics. It has this overall nostalgic vibe to it with funky 8-bit music. That's reminiscent of old school games like the original versions of Metroid and Castlevania. Very little description about the game, though. So this is not hooking me in with, we got Hearts for Life again. This is not hooking me in with like a narrative or a tone. It's really the art style that is selling this, which is really nice art. Wow, Dragnix is being quite harsh here. Target audience, those looking what not to do with game design. Oh no. There appears to be 20 levels and you have the ability to upgrade yourself. Not bad at all. 1 hour. So it looks like Dragnix's primary problem with it is VSync issues and the fact that they feel that some of the mechanics were unfair. Rough. Alright, one person is playing this with 5 as the peak, graded in November 21st. Not a ton of followers. And 1 positive, 1 negative review. So I'm guessing that this probably, like the negative review is likely caused by not a ton of playtesting. I know it's really hard if you're a solo developer. It looks like Alexander was developing this on their own. And to be clear, I think they did a really, really good job, especially with the artwork. But it can be sometimes easy to overlook things without playtesting. So I'm guessing that the issues that, what was this person's name? Dragnix was experiencing could be ironed out with additional playtesting. So I hope that for your next game, Alexander, you have the opportunity to do more playtesting and fix those issues. And maybe you can fix the issues here and more people will take a look at it. All right. I am going to guess 100 people will check this out. It is a really striking art style, but it does not look like it has been marketed enough to get into the Steam algorithm. Moving on to Monsters Mess. Wait, let's see who's making this. All right, this is for sale for $1.29. Developed and produced by Caverna Productions. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce that one. Trash horror game. With shooting, magic, monsters, exploration in a messed up reality. No period. Okay, very slow start to this trailer. What kind of game is this? Come on. This is not telling me much. It's very, very dark. I think this is a first-person game, but we don't have a flashlight. Okay. Are these people our allies or our enemies? It's hard to say. It's too dark. I think they're our allies, or maybe they're meant to represent the players. That's a spooky guy. I'm guessing that's a bad guy. But is the game entirely in this like backyard area? This trailer is not selling me on this game very much. This looks cool. Maybe don't insult your own game. Like I know that maybe you think that you're making your game pretty fast and something, but you know, own what you made. Search every corner of the map Search every corner of the map in search of the crystals that are keys to other dimensions, and face guardians possessed by the spell of the underworld who guard pieces of the relic capable of fixing the mess. Okay. Well, it doesn't look like there are any reviews on this. We have 2 people playing it. Is this only multiplayer? It says it's single player, but it also clearly says that it's multiplayer. Maybe? I don't know. I can't tell. That seems like something that should be very clear. Alright, this was created on December 31st last year. And picked up 3 followers. No positive or negative reviews. I don't see this one getting a lot of attention. I'm going to say probably 10 people will play it. Alright, moving on to Mythlink. On sale for $10.34, down from $11.49. Developed and produced by Home Point Games. Mythlink is a VR-only monster battling game. Improve yourself and your Mythlink through training exercises, battle online against others, and emerge with the best Mythlink unity ever formed. Huh. Okay. So I think this is sort of a Pokemon game where you can like move your little dude around by like pointing and offering and giving them commands. A clever idea. All right. They have a Discord. They have these like little monster dudes. Looks like there's only 3 of them. That seems like if you're doing a kind of Pokemon style thing, like you need lots. You need lots of those. This is not being released into early access. This is the final version of the game. And this is a very confusing screenshot. How is this? The screenshots make me... Why is there a basketball? Okay. The trailer gave me what I thought was a pretty strong idea of what the kind of game it was. But maybe there's other trailers? I am now much more confused as to what kind of game this is. Alright. So it doesn't appear like anyone has played this game. Though it has been in development forever. Wow, we are back past 2019, so I can't use the chart. Added name, Mythlink. Okay, so this was 6 years ago. Good heavens. 16th of May, 2015. Okay. (2017), not 2015. What am I saying? Whoa dear. So, this has had a store page for 2,075 days, and managed to acquire 60 followers in that time. So, I think that this is going to have the same kind of problem that Avernus did, which is, I think that people who were interested in this game some time ago may have forgotten what it was, as it doesn't appear that there was like a continuing marketing effort on this. So, unfortunately, I'm going to guess maybe 20 people will buy this. Continuing onwards to Olgob The Bold. For sale for $6.49. Developed and published by Big Baby. Find 20 bear asses in the mutating castle. What? Defeating bear lords who cosplays great warriors from across the cosmos. A Metroidvania Souls-like created by the solo dev that brought you Redacted and Redacted. Okay. 20. Huh. Okay. There are clearly a ton of ideas going on in this game. I'm not entirely... Okay, so it's definitely going for humorous self-depreciation here. Is a Metroidvania Souls-like by a solo dev. Journey in the Mutating Castle. Huh. Okay, so this... Whoever Big Baby is has put quite a lot of time and effort into this. There's lots of little mini-game things. It looks like they're like switching up the gameplay all the time. We have like a Tetris thing here. We saw Pong in there. Whatever is going on this screen. This is fascinating. Like this is very interesting. And unfortunately, I don't think anyone's going to play this. Like, this is genuinely a very interesting, whatever this is. Big Baby, you're doing cool stuff, but I think you didn't tell anyone what you were doing. That seems like my guess. One person is playing this with 2 at peak. You had 11 followers. Oh no. Okay. April 30th, 2022. So you had time. You've been making this for a while. Like, very clearly, there's a whole lot of stuff going on here. But only 11 followers. And, oh, well, it looks like there's 1 positive review. Oh, wait, no, there's 2. There's 2 positive reviews. Angry Doggo. Bear boss fights with mechanics of an old classic count unit. It is nostalgia-baked, but a very good one. And then someone else lists all the bosses for some reason. Looks like they played for about 1 hour when they encountered all these bears. Love the gameplay, 9 out of 10 for that. These 2 seem to be extremely positive about this game. So yeah, I think this was a game that could have been quite popular and is just not going to get seen. Yeah, definitely. Like, this is like the definition of a heartbreaker. Very clever. Maybe the humor is not particularly to my taste, but it looks like this is something that could have gone somewhere. But unfortunately, it looks like Big Baby did not do any marketing, which is a bummer. What am I going to say for this? I'm going to say maybe 100, which is a pity. I really hope I'm wrong about that and that it sells more, because I think that there's some very cool stuff in there. Some very clever ideas. Best of luck, Big Baby. And moving on to One Tank Army. On sale for $13.16, down from $15.49. Developed and published by Galadev. One Tank Army is a game in which your goal is to defeat everyone from inside of the tank, changing places at the same time. Use the main gun as well as additional machine guns to clear the battlefield from enemies. There is also a 2-player co-op mode. Alright. So we have like a very intricately detailed tank interior, and you have to like you're the only person in the tank, so you're switching between tank positions. Unfortunately, okay, so here we go. These are some dudes, and this is what you're doing. So it looks like combat is quite slow. All right, this is an interesting idea, but I think that the visuals may be too rough. Hard to say. To really like find an audience. Blow up your opponents. We have a bunch of information about different tanks in 4 different tanks on dedicated maps. Okay, so there's no sort of like continuing narrative here. It's just sort of levels. One Tank Army is a truly unique and challenging game that put my multitasking skills to the test. I hope the developer continues to work on the project as auto digital. I agree. I think there's a very cool idea here where it's sort of like you're trying to use this machine that is like more complicated than you can easily do on your own. This isn't even at the standard of a tech demo. There is no sound. Yes. So this is very basic. The frame rate inside of the vehicles is abysmal. There is no tutorial, and the manuals look like they were prepared by a child in MS Paint. So that's very harsh. Unpertance. Can't describe how poor this game is. It's awful. Avoid it. So I don't think it's awful. I'm going to disagree with you on that one. It is perhaps too expensive for what it is, but I think the core idea is very clever, and maybe Galadev could rework this into something that would be like more attractive to more people. All right, 3 people played this at peak yesterday. They picked up. All right, September 30th, 2022. And they have 41 followers, and they got 1 positive and 1 negative review. I'm going to guess they will sell maybe 75 copies of this game. Okay, Galadev, interesting idea for a game. I look forward to seeing what you do next. Even if it's just fixing up that game and making it more polished. Moving on to Pain Below Sanity palette. For sale for $6.49 by E4G and published by E4G. Pain is a tough as nails, labyrinth-structured rage game using full-on space physics, introducing things like power downs that can stack on top of each other for the most painful experience. Can one make it to the end unscathed? Very odd. Trailer here. Absolutely impossible to tell what's going on. Doesn't even look like a video game. Okay. So this is a side-scrolling rage game where it looks like you fly around using space physics. So like you have to accelerate and decelerate in certain directions. Rage games are a interesting topic. Here we have Hans playing this game. What happens when you combine suffering, agony, and shame? You get pain, of course. Huh. I know some people are really into rage games, but that's not really me. I did play a lot of Bennett Foddy, though, getting over it. Okay, so 4 people have played this, though no one is playing it right now. This was created on November 23rd. $10 followers. So I can say that 10 followers is probably not going to get a lot of attention, even if this is a particularly good example of a rage game. And to be clear, I can't tell. I don't know enough about this genre to be able to see if this is in conversation with any other games. So I'm just going to base it on the number of followers. I'm going to guess you're going to sell 10 copies of that, E4G. Best of luck on your next game. Next game is Palette Swap, on sale for $3.89, down from $6.49. Developed by Sour Lemon Studios and published by Magic Spell Studios. A monochrome action platformer where the palette changes the environment around you. Okay. So this is apparently a similar kind of idea to the Glasses game. I Won't Forget Hue. Okay. So like blue makes the level a or at least I was going to say, blue makes the level a water level. That doesn't appear to always be the case. Okay, I think this is an interesting idea. It is in early access. Inspired by the Super Game Boy accessory for the Super Nintendo, allowing you to swap 2 color palettes on the fly during gameplay. Cute game, 1.3 hours. The crisp movement makes everything super fun, and the time trial levels are awesome. 2 hours. So, seems like positive reviews, though I think this may have trouble gaining traction on Steam because of Steam's general disdain for platformers. One person playing it right now, 3 people at peak. This has been in development for a while. It does look like the kind of game that someone like put a lot of refinement into. The movement tech does look very clever. All right, so this is July 22nd, 2021. Ha ha ha. 23 followers. So, as much as I think that they put in a lot of work on this game, it does not look like they put in a great deal of work for marketing. We have 2 positive reviews and 0 negative reviews. What's a guess for this one? I'm going to guess maybe 100. That's my guess. I think for this game to get a lot of traction, it would have really needed to like hit Steam hard enough to get it into the algorithm. I mean, I say that about every game, and it is true for every game, but specifically for this kind of platformer, they would need to get sort of go wide fairly fast to get a lot of attention. I wish them luck. Good luck, Sour Lemon Studios. Moving on to Phase Ninja. Phase Ninja is a free-to-play game by developed and published by Royor LLC. Play as the Phase Ninja and help him use his special abilities to defend nearby residential areas from an onslaught of enemies. Try to find the origin of this invading force and put a stop to it. Phase Ninja looks amazing. Wow, that is a character design. You fight off hostile forces. Play Phase Ninja for free on Steam. You leave like phase trails behind you. All right, this is very cool. It looks like it's made with mostly pencil crayons on paper. A couple of reviews. A short, fun ninja action game where you have to defeat an evil wizard and his army. The game is very simple. Just walk forward. After talking down certain groups of enemies, it also have nice, easy, and fast achievements. You can grab in 45 of gameplay. The art style is nice. Hey, Annoying Crow has looked at this one, and the developer has responded. Once again, Crow is the first person to review a game. Well, my health keeps regenerating. It's so hard to lose even when I try to on purpose, so it's very difficult to lose. It takes a few too many minutes to keep my interest. The first enemy took at least 30 hits to kill. 6-year-old Jimmy playing Fortnite won't have the attention span for that. Oh, the camera's on. The camera's been on the whole time. Okay. Nice job, Royoric. I think this is the first time I have seen anyone respond to Annoying Crow. And you know what? This makes me feel pretty good. Your suggestions will be considered for this and future games made by Royoric LLC. They're going to keep going. So, you know, I'm digging this. I'm digging this. Let's see what the charts say. Someone is playing it right now. 3 people played it yesterday. We have only 4 followers. December 16th. But a couple of reviews. Let's just double check that I'm getting the total number of reviews. Alright, so 2 positive and 1 negative. It is free to play. You know, I'm going to say 100 probably. And I'm going to wish Royer LLC and their future games good luck. And moving on to Project Malice and published by Aplove Studio. On sale for $11.04, down from $12.99. Wait, we saw this again yesterday as well. Right? Project Malice? Yes, everyone remembers this. Do we remember this? Oh, come on. We definitely saw this before. Ha. Okay. Apparently I've been hallucinating a lot. I remember this game from somewhere. Maybe it was me just looking around Steam yesterday. Anyways, so Project Malice. An isometric roguelike third-person shooter about a ruined Earth and the unending chaos engulfing it. Fight hordes of the infected, gather loot, make allies, traverse space-time, and venture into the depths of what we could have prevented. Okay, so it looks like we have like a style combat games scoring system. Very interesting art style. It's all sort of like paper cutouts. It is sort of a shooter. You can clearly play as several different kinds of characters. You're fighting zombies and other things, apparently. I like the art style a lot. Yeah, I must have been looking at this on Steam yesterday. Interesting game with nice, albeit simple graphics, addictive gameplay, and an interesting lore. Of the minuses, I can note inconvenient interface and monotonous sound. I hope early access helps the game grow. Game definitely matches with the early access claim, but it's still very fun. The lore is strange to say the least, but strange in an interesting way. Okay, so 2 very positive reviews, though acknowledging that the game is still in early access. 2 recent events. This is always sort of good for me to see, like if a game has been doing events and has been sort of keeping the project alive, especially for an early access game. 5 people are currently playing this, with 6 at peak. And they had 74 followers, and we have a nice little spike here towards the end. I hope this game does well. Okay, September 25th. Hmm. 78 followers. With 2 positive reviews. Hard to say on this one. It's quite pricey. The trailer is very weird. It feels like it's too zoomed in, like it's difficult to see what's going on. On the other hand, the art style is very cool, and it looks like it is. It's fun, at least according to the 2 reviewers. Hard to say. One thing I will say is that with 148 days, they only gathered 78 followers, which is indicative, at least to me, that they are probably not pushing this game very hard from a marketing perspective. So I'm going to guess 250 for this game. Moving on to Punch-a-Bunch. Punch-a-Bunch is on sale for $15.59, down from $19.49, developed and produced by Pontivants. A challenging boxing game with an emphasis on player skill that takes time and practice to master. Fight your way to the top through 3 different championships, each featuring unique opponents. Huh. Okay. Interesting art style, but it's kind of a pity that like we're only seeing like differences in terms of clothing among the boxers. Really fun visual style. I love how sort of wobbly everything is. Yeah, this looks cool. You got a little dodge too. Very nice. It seems to be doing quite well. Nice response. Very positive at 155. With over 85% positivity ratings. Unique controls, 100% physics-based. Yeah. All right. Let's see what people are saying. I punched a bunch, but only played for 45 minutes. Thanks, Mr. Pontus. I wonder who that is. I completed the whole game with 100% in 7.5 hours. It was a fun challenge, and at some point I didn't want to play anymore because of the bosses, but every time I came back to defeat them. Very fun to play. I can recommend it to play. Thank you, Blackie. Fun little indie boxing game. People seem to like this. Do we have negative reviews? We do. I beat the first boxer and I can't move on to Doug because the game crashes. Unfortunate. Very annoying how some of the opponent's moves have zero indication of what's going to happen and cannot be avoided. If you happen to be in close combat at the time, you have to get lucky and replay the match over and over. That's not too bad. The grandpa has abs! Thank you, Robbie PTSD. We needed to know that. Not particularly long and have no complaints. Probably going to get a couple more hours completing the stars later on, but if you're looking for a long-lasting experience, look elsewhere. So this is short, seems pretty difficult, and may have some difficulty challenges, but overall, really very cool little game. And let us see. 180 people playing right now with 219 at peak as of 24 hours ago. And this is, I think, our first game today. It got over 1,000 followers. So, nice job, them. With, I think this starts January 13th, 2021. So this game has been in development for some time. 121 positive reviews and 21 negative reviews. So there's kind of a debate among the people who are trying to figure out how to market indie games about whether or not trying to get things like wishlists or followers is useful, or whether or not it's just and marketing in general. Is marketing in general useful? I think the answer to that is very obviously yes. But there is the question of does your game market itself? Can you look at a game and know what it's about? And I think for some of the games today, we have looked at them and been like, what is going on? This could be really cool. It could be really fun, but I don't know what it is. Whereas Punch a Bunch, both the name, the capsule image, and the trailer are yeah, I know exactly what this game is from any screenshot. I understand exactly what this is going to be like. And I think there's something to that, right? No amount of marketing is going to make a game that nobody wants to play good. But on the other hand, I do think that you can have games, and I think we've seen a couple of them today, where it's there is an audience for this that you just haven't found, or you didn't reach out to. And I think that Pontypants here has been doing a pretty good job at finding that audience. They have had a very long lead time, but they had about 3 followers gained per day, which is not bad as an average. And it looks like they kept updating it enough, and people did not forget it. So, So for right now, this is 150 times 45. So just based on reviews, they've probably sold about 6,700 games. I'm gonna guess that they sell double than this. So I'm gonna guess that they're gonna sell 12,000 copies of that game. That's my guess. Very cool work, Pontypants. Looks like you have a small hit on your hands there. Moving on to Robo Maestro. Robo Maestro is a free game developed and published by Just van Dongen. I am definitely pronouncing that wrong. It might just be Dongen. Play with music like never before. Robo Maestro is a procedural music toy. Guide an endless stream of new music or make detailed tweaks in editor mode. Create songs, be inspired, and share your creations. No music skills required, just have fun. I will say, Robo Maestro looks badass. Look at this guy. That's really cool. It doesn't look like he moves around much, and I'm having a bit of a hard time figuring out exactly how all this interface works. I get the basic idea that you're sort of making loops and beats, but Annoying Crow here is here to offer their insights. You can add sprinkles to your music. I thought you could only add sprinkles to the ice cream. I'm sure my rich audio engineer cousin would slap me in the face if he saw this review. Okay. I really love how Robo Maestro looks. This is a great capsule image. 3 people were, I don't know if playing is appropriate, but they are using the game with 5 at peak, 141 followers. This game is not one that I can easily understand or estimate, but it's been in development for a while. Right, that was 2021. No, 2021. So it's been in development for a while. 141 followers. But only 1 review, and that's from Crow, who is kind of a weird case. It is free. I don't know. I'm gonna give them their followers plus a bit. Not entirely sure what that is, but it does look cool, so I wish it the best of luck. Moving on to Robo Revolt, our second robot game of today. It is on sale for $3.11, down from $3.89. Developed and published by Team Dite. Shoot, steer, and survive as an armored vehicle versus a rebellious swarm of robots in this reverse bullet hell. Choose from a diverse collection of items and weapons, each with their own upgrade path. Clear abandoned facilities to earn traits and make unique builds. This is a very hostile review. The actual gameplay is a total mess. The controls are not responsive and feel loose. You expect a game like this to have nice tight controls. So this is another horde survival game, though with the interesting twist that you are a vehicle. And based on that review, if that review is accurate, it seems like they might be having some problems with like game feel. What do the charts say? 2 people played this, only 9 followers. Page was made on November 11th. That was about when the first fast follows for Vampire Survivors were coming out, so it's possible someone looked at those and said like, yeah, I can do that, and they could, and they did. Though I think they might want to go and tweak the control systems to make sure that it's really fun to play, because I think that like these games are really dependent on whether or not they feel good, and it seems like they may be having some trouble with that. They only gained 9 followers. They have 1 negative review. I think this game might be in trouble. Even if they fix it up, I have a feeling that they may have lost their launch window. What to say? I'm betting about 50 people play this game. That's my guess. Though I hope they do better. Good luck, Team Dite. Alright, moving on to RPG Architect. Immediately, I'm hoping this is an RPG about being an architect. It is on sale for $33.99, down from $39.99. Developed and published by Monster Robot LLC. Want to build a game, but not sure where to start? Focus on designing your game and let RPG Architect do the rest. We've abstracted most of the nitty-gritty stuff out so you can focus on building your next great adventure. So, this is an RPG building tool. It is not actually a game, I don't think. Nope, it is a game maker, but it doesn't appear to be early access software. Okay, so it looks like my scraper picked up the wrong thing here. Unfortunate. All right. RPG Architect, I'm not going to keep going because you are a different thing. You are software. So we will move on to 7 spirits. Actually, yes, I'm going to remove this one because it is not it is not a game. But it may help you make games if you want to check that out. We're going to move on to 7 spirits. On sale for $23.39, down from $25.99. Developed and published by Bleeding Pixel Games. The land needs a hero. Pick one among the most brave samurai. Earth, wind, water, fire, and live the legend. Fight the goons and find the villain, the despicable void samurai that threatens the life of an entire empire. Okay. So, Bleeding Pixel Games. Strong suggestion to not necessarily put your logo right at the start of your game. You really want to hook people within the first few seconds. I think before we see... Okay, so the first thing we see is an enchanted palace. We still don't know what the game is. Uh-oh, it's burning. Complicated player stats. Are you sure you want to call them complicated? Okay, this is the first time we've seen these characters. These characters look cool. You kind of want to be seeing them very early. We still have not seen what the game is. Okay, now we're seeing what the game is. Okay, it is a side... Wow, we saw 2 seconds of the game here. All right, a couple more seconds. Oh, and we're... Okay. All right, so this is like a minor nitpick, or maybe not. I don't know. It seems like an important thing to mention. When you're putting gameplay clips into your trailer, as we have finally got to at like a minute and a half into this trailer, we're finally seeing like consistent gameplay. You have to show like the cool parts of your game. You can't just have like your character running. Your gameplay clip has to tell us a story. We have to be able to see this is what they're trying to do. This is how they're doing it. In this clip, like this clip here, what is this guy trying to do? Is he trying to grab onto this thing and he fails? I don't know. I like the little guy hanging out of the UI. I think that's cool, but this trailer is not doing you many favors, I don't think. This GIF is cool. This is the kind of stuff that you needed in your trailer, I think. Where you can light yourself on fire and run. So this is kind of trying to be a comedy game, I think. No reviews. Oop, that's not good. So one person did play this, so it's not like nobody played it. And this was made back in October, on October 29th. $10 followers, so I'm guessing this was not marketed particularly heavily, and no reviews. I'll give them their followers for this one. I think they'll probably sell 10 copies. This is a very, very high price for an indie game that tends to imply like a high level of polish. Maybe their game is polished, but it's hard to say. Like the marketing materials really doesn't give a clear idea of how the game plays or what you'll be doing. All right, moving on. We're moving on to S0108, which is for sale for $6.49, developed and published by Disorder Software. Work, eat, and survive in a dystopian future where corporations make the rules of society. S108 needs to earn money to survive until a strange phenomenon happens and completely turns his life around. Okay, so this looks like we have a lot of different types of gameplay, because like right here, this is a space shooter. And okay, still a space shooter. Still a space shooter. So this seems like it's mostly a space shooter, but I saw like Breakout there, and this is not a space shooter. What are we looking at here? This has a completely different visual style. Everything is green. Okay. now we're a little dude walking around. I like the sprites. Different sprites? These are completely different sprites. And different sprites again. Okay. I did mention that this is the day for confusion for me. Dual reality. Okay, so that seems like changing gameplay that paints a picture over SO-108's life. Pilot a spaceship, shoot robots, break blocks. So, okay, I'm guessing the different styles are like sort of different versions of reality, maybe? It is a day for me being confused. Checking the charts, we have one person who played this. The game was made in the 2nd of December. Gathered 11 followers, most in the last few days, but no reviews. I mean, I guess maybe 20 people? Not because this looks bad, but it is, again, like so confusing that it's hard to say what it is. And the space shooter section, the part that we see initially here, is maybe the least interesting part of the game, because it looks like a very, very old school, very slow space shooter, which may be on purpose as part of like the overall artistic statement of this game. But it gives off an impression that that's what the game is going to be, especially because as we cut away, if we cut to another reality where like now we're walking around or something, it could be like, what was that space shooter thing? But the fact that we go from space shooter to like a title and then back to space shooter makes me think, I definitely thought for like the first 25 seconds of this video that it was just a space shooter. Even here, I assumed that this was a space shooter, and it's not. It's a little walking around guy again. So, real weird on that one. I think that game would be really hard to market, to sell, because each environment looks completely different. So now maybe we have another space shooter. This is Spaceflight Factory Prologue. It is free by Canterz and published by the same. Spaceflight Prologue is an automation and base building game with some survival game mechanics. During this prologue, you will lead a small colony of human remnants, help them survive, expand, and gather enough resources to leave Earth for their new planet. Okay, so yes. Okay, so this looks like a tower defense factory construction game. Oh, cool. All right, so it looks like you can connect like these little floating islands together. That's very clever. Or maybe that's your spaceship? I think it's... Oh, no, that's your spaceship. So you have a little floating island base. I think this looks kind of neat. I wonder if there's colony sim stuff, because we see a lot of little people here. I wonder if they're controllable or if you're only controlling one person. The resources are just little cubes. I'm a huge fan of Factorio and Satisfactory types games, and I'm always in the I always make sure to check out any of the new ones. Yeah, this is an extremely popular genre, the like factory construction games, though they are extremely difficult to make. This one definitely seems to have some promise and mechanics to make it unique. The upgrade system is simplistic, but allows you to get a good feeling of progression. The space exploration is not in the prologue, but seems promising as long as the planets you go to aren't copy and pasted. One of my issues with the game is that it feels a little clunky. Hello, game have bug, I can't build chest. But still positive and still played about an hour. The fact that Asher here only played half an hour is, in my opinion, kind of a mark against it. These games tend to have people play for very, very long periods of time. If you go and check the average playtime for most games, you'll find it being very, very small, like less than half or even a third of the total playtime of the game. Most people like open a game and close it, never play it again. So with that, like Factorio's, I think average playtime is like 400 hours. Like it is a game that people play for very, very long periods of time. And you can see, I think, this the genre showing up here because they got 10 peak. Also, I have to say, really nice capsule image. It shows you what you're going to be doing. The text is very readable. We have, like, this is the factory line and is not as clear as it could be, but in general, very, very strong capsule image. A lot of followers gained in the last few days. November 17th of last year was when this showed up on Steam. However, in that time, they only got 37 followers, so that's less than a follower per day. 2 positive reviews and no negative reviews is good, but it would be better if there were a lot more of both. This is a free game, so this is the free like prologue to this game, which means that this is intended as marketing. Like they may be releasing this before doing any marketing. Real hard to say on this one, because it is a very, very popular genre. I'm going to say 300 optimistically, I think, even without marketing, just based off of the people doing like organic search and finding it, because it looks competently made. Moving on to Stewart the Fox, another free-to-play game. This one by Spitfire Games and Dead Eagle, and published by Spitfire Games. We have a little fox dude. Join Stewart the Fox on an epic adventure through 4 challenging levels filled with obstacles, enemies, and 2 boss battles. As you collect hidden items to help Stewart emerge victorious in this action-packed platformer game. Okay, so we've got this little fox dude. He walks around and dodges balls and jumps on platforms. Here we go. Here's some enemies. The hearts are health again. All right, this looks pretty well made. The art style is sort of friendly. It is free to play. This capsule image is very clearly generated by AI, and so we have like a nose appearing on this little guy's tail. He's got horns, which I don't think he has in the game. He does not. The hazards of using AI for image generation for your capsule. Still, 10 people did positively review it. So, Annoying Crow is here. This fox has some child-birthing hips, Kaka. Thanks, Annoying Crow. They will Thanos snap you quickly. So the bosses look like they're hard. For the price, free. I can't recommend this enough. Got interesting hitboxes. Oh dear. So it looks like it's about an hour long. Interesting. I'd like to see the story on this one. I wonder who made this. It seems mostly positive. $22 people playing this right now, with 27 at peak. 1 person is playing this on Steam and with 1 viewer. Alright, January 7th, so this was only put up last week. Or 2 weeks ago. Time, it moves forwards. 25 followers in 13 days, not bad. That's 2 followers per day. 6 positive reviews and 1 negative review. I think there were more reviews than that. There was 10 reviews and 2 negatives. So 8 positive, 2 negatives. 8, 2. Doesn't look like they're doing a ton of promotion, but it is free and looks very competent. I am going to guess 800 on this one. That would be my guess. despite the spooky nose on the tail in the capsule. I don't think people will notice that. That's just for me. Sudden Market is our next game. On sale for $3.11, down from $3.89. Developed and produced by Glacis. The supermarket has just closed. Hurry up to find and collect all the products on your list without getting caught by the security guard. Oh no, the security guard. There are 12 unique levels, which I assume are 12 different... And there are different security guard skins. In-game tutorial. What were they actually advertising? 3 different security guards. 86 project types in English and French. There's a free demo. What an odd game. I like the security guys. Alright, one person played this. It was put up on Steam on December 1st of last year. I wonder about this one. Glacis, what were you up to here? I mean, it looks like it works. It's a very odd premise. Like, I was expecting sort of like a Night of the Consumers kind of thing. But no, it seems like it's just played straight, like you're just trying to get the stuff on your list. After hours. I'm gonna say 50. Though that is just a guess, and probably just because I was looking at time between equals 50. It's probably closer to 25, I'll say that. Not because it looks bad, but just because it's kind of weird, and it doesn't seem like there was any marketing here. Moving on. T-Rex Dinosaur Game, Unreal Engine 5 Edition. On sale for 90 cents, down from $129. Published and developed by Performance Artist. We've got a dinosaur, and you jump over cacti. Next-gen version of the cult game. T-Rex Dinosaur Game is a runner that uses the full power of Unreal Engine graphics. The rules of the game are very simple. So this is, like... I think they might get in trouble for this, unless this is the original developer of the game that was put into Chrome. So if you don't use the Chrome browser, in the Chrome browser, if you go offline or you can't access the internet, and you try and use the Chrome browser, it will be like, we can't reach them, with the joke being that they have this little game where you play as a Tyrannosaurus Rex, notorious for their tiny arms, and you can run and jump over cactuses. So this is actually art from that game in this capsule image. And somehow I don't think Google developed this game. That's my guess. Finest Oreos appreciates it, even though they only played about 5 minutes. I'd like to hope that the developers at Performance Artists got permission to make this game and use that art in their capsule. Otherwise, they might get in trouble for this one. One positive review, no negative reviews, and 25 followers. I'm going to guess maybe 25 people will buy that one. Moving on. That's really weird. Why would... That one's really strange. Okay, moving on. Taste of War. Which I definitely hope is about being a chef in Warzone. Not enough Warzone chef games. All right, $1.55 on sale for $1.55, down from $2.59. Developed and produced by Bloodrain Productions. Bloodlane Publishing. We have a cool army guy in the capsule. Taste of War is a hardcore 3D shooter. Are we sure about that? Surviving elements where you play as the last surviving soldier against different keyboards. Okay. So this kind of looks like Wolfenstein 3D. So I guess that's what they mean by a 3D game. where you're shooting dudes or shooting keyboards, and there are different types. So accuracy and reporting here, we have 11 positive reviews, which is pretty good. This game is so hardcore that I had to launch it 300 times, but it did not start. Now I think that Hardcore Doom, or this game, Taste of War is the best game about Doom. Just seems like there are some hardware issues. Top game ever. It's an amazing game with dynamic gameplay. So I'm wondering if this is jokes or their friends or what's going on, because this seems like a lot of positive reviews for this game. Let us check the charts and see whether or not we can figure this out. 6 people played this yesterday. Nobody's playing it currently. Okay. So 24 followers with 11 positive reviews. I'm vaguely suspicious of the reviews, and I feel bad for saying that because this doesn't look bad. It looks like a fairly standard shooter like this, but I think the very standardness of this makes me suspicious of that number of reviews. Still, they did get over 10 reviews, however it was that they did it. I'm gonna guess 200 for this. I have almost nothing to base that on. That's just my intuition. We'll see whether or not my intuition is worth anything. Next game is Team Punk, which is a free-to-play game by Astro Dutch Studios and published by the same. A steampunk twin-stick shooter where you and your team need to work together to protect the convoy. So is this multiplayer? No trailer at all. It is free to play. Convoy. I think this sort of brooch looking thing is the convoy. Maybe? Or maybe it's the player character. It's hard to say. I'm finding the screenshots are relatively hard to parse. I don't know. Is this multiplayer? Okay, no, it has split screen co-op. We do not see that. Teamwork is key. Radical advances in steam and coal technology is a way of life in the kingdom. This is brought about prosperity and progress. However, this progress also brought about radical climate change, destroying the flora and fauna of the country and devastating food. Do we need all this backstory here? Okay, convoys are sent full of resources to smaller towns in order for them to survive. However, since raiders process the convoy is protected by guardsmen, the players. They need to kill these raiders in order to protect the convoy and to ensure the small settlements survive. Checking the charts. We got 1 person playing this. 2 at peak. 9 followers created on December 19th. So, I think because the screenshots are so difficult to parse, even as a free-to-play game, I don't expect this to get a whole lot of attention, especially with only 9 followers. I'm going to guess maybe 20 people play this one. Did Astro Dutch Studios make anything else? Nope, this is their only game. Well, I hope you make another one, and good luck in your future endeavors. Moving on to Tet, another free game. This one by Charlotte Brocard, Etienne Frank, Guillaume Mazzino, and Mario von Reichenbach. Published by Playables. Prepare a meal for the Vietnamese Lunar New Year dinner. But hurry, your guests are arriving soon. A short, hand-drawn experience full of delicious surprises. Hey, we have a cooking game. Admittedly, not a wartime cooking game, with a kind of quirky little art style, where you are making Vietnamese dishes. This looks very cute and quirky and weird. Primarily for the a wacky and funny short story game. It even comes with a free recipe book. That's very sweet. I love that. Best Annoying Crow. WarioWare, but you must make vegan egg rolls. Okay, yeah. So it is like it's a collection of little mini games. Realism is off the charts. Plus a funny game. Looks like it is very short. But what a cool little idea. I love this. $11 followers, and the Steam page was released on December 18th. So 5 reviews, no negative reviews. I'm gonna guess 200 for this. Moving on to the Cenozoic Era for another free-to-play game. Developed and published by OpenDix Studios LLC. The Cenozoic Era is a realistic animal survival game taking place during the rise of mammals. Take control of a variety of animals and fight to survive among other players to reach the top of the food chain. Death, destruction, survival, scavenge, nature, thrive, conquer, hunt, the Cenozoic Era. It's an early access game that is free to play. We have a cute kitty. Now we have a cute deer that grows up. Form packs with other players. This is clearly a multiplayer game. MMO. Wow, this is an MMO. You can explore the world. Curiously, we're not really seeing gameplay. We're just seeing sort of a list of features. Wonder if we get more gameplay in this trailer. No, it's more like features and moody music. Yeah, this is not giving me any hint as to what the actual gameplay is like. I presume you control your little animal and run around, but like, if it's a survival game, where are my survival bars for like hunger and thirst and stuff? Free-to-play early access, still a lot of growth to go, but the game is growing every day. OpenDix Studios LLC is a one-man development team. Wow, one person trying to make an MMO. Bold. I hope badges are added soon. Me too, Grivlingen. Person who has a badger as your avatar. Very immersive game to kill time with for the price. It's definitely worth checking out. It is free, and you only played for 45 minutes. Well, under the first impression, no servers. I like the new intro music. Other than that, there's no servers. No servers at all. That is a problem. It's like a furry convention. Really? You have to survive, play with each other, and raise a family, but the biggest thing here is that you can kill each other with your persona in this zoo of degeneracy. So it looks like Blueberry Pop actually did manage to play the game, which it seems like it was a problem for some other people. The fact that one person is trying to do this is very impressive, and I certainly hope they succeed. People are playing it. 13 people with an all-time peak of 152 people trying it yesterday. 267 followers, so they're doing something, right? December 3rd, 2022. So 267 followers in 48 days. So that's really quite good. They had 10 positive reviews, no negative reviews. It is free to play. It's an MMO. They have 267 followers. I'm going to guess 800 for this, and it is just a guess. Could be more, could be less. If the server issues persist, I would expect this number to be much, much lower. Any kind of multiplayer game, if people can't play it, they will not try again. Moving on to The Multimedium, for sale for $8.99. Developed and produced by Mika Bersier. Ooh. Okay, I see where they got the name from. The Multimedium is a visually unique 2D puzzle platforming adventure in which you play as an interdimensional explorer lost in the multiverse. Travel to diverse worlds. This is the fourth multiverse game we've played today, or we've looked at today, each drawn or painted by the hand in different medium and style, in search of your place in the cosmos. Okay, so this is a multimedia game. We're seeing a lot of I think these are pastels. More pastels, more pastels, more pastels. I think these are watercolors. Huh. I mean, I like the art. I think it's cool. But with the name, the multimedium, I would expect more multimedia stuff. I would expect more physical objects and stuff integrated into this. And we're not seeing that. That said, it looks really cool. And it's got 15 people playing it. Despite that, it is a puzzle platformer, which is going to bite it on Steam. Multimedium is a visually unique 2D puzzle platformer. 10 worlds, each with a distinct art style and setting. A fun 2 or 3 hours or so. It's only about 3 hours long. These were released, reviewed pre-release. Cool mechanics and even cooler music. Nice. Imaginative, creative, and full of talent, the Multimedium is an incredible hand-eye platformer. Really enjoyed Bird Gut. So I think Mika Boursier has made other games. Bird Gut. And released for free. And look at that. Really, really positive response to this. So one of the things you can do as a developer, if you want to develop a community, is make a very cool game and release it for free. And then a bunch of people will, if you brand it correctly, and it looks like Mika is signing their game, people will remember you. Looks like you're playing as a cute little fly that has been eaten by a bird. That's why it's called Bird Gut. I get it. Okay, I got there eventually. If I have to be honest, between the two of these, Bird Gut looks more interesting. It's not that this doesn't have cool stuff, but the little space dude and all the marketing is just sort of talking about the fact that it is a multimedia game. And while it looks cool, I don't know what the story is, and I don't have any gameplay hooks. It looks like all I can do is run and jump. Charts. Give me your charts. And this was initially released on Steam. The Steam page went up. I need to start saying that because it wasn't released back then. It was released today. The Steam page went up on July 18th or July 17th. Yeah, July 17th, 2022. Got to 198 followers, which is a little bit more than 1 follower per day. Now we have 12 positive reviews and no negative reviews, which is very good. And I'm hoping this goes up into the algorithm a bit. The fact that it is a puzzle platformer and it doesn't have a really strong hook makes me hesitant to give this a lot, but they are a proven developer. They've done something like this before that a bunch of people played. So I'm going to say 1,000. I would hesitate to put that on a normal puzzle platformer. If this person did not have Bird Gut out, I would definitely not say that high. I think this might be a little high. I think it will probably be closer to 800, 700 or 800. I hope it works out for you. Mika, it looks like you made a very cool game. And I hope you keep making games on into the future. We're moving on to The Pioneers Surviving Desolation. On sale for $33.14, down from $38.99. Developed and produced by Supercube. The Pioneers Surviving Desolation, deep and innovative space survival simulation exploration. Build your station, manage your crew, and explore the harsh environment of Io, the innermost moon of Jupiter. Are you brave enough to survive? Alright. So we've got I think a crash landing scenario here on Io. And then it's like a point-and-click kind of game with survival mechanics. I've never seen a survival mechanic game with point-and-click interface. Huh. 36 reviews. This looks quite elaborate. Early access. It's an innovative space simulation game where you play as a crew of specialists that must survive and explore the secrets of the desolate moon of Io. So, survival management. Love it so far. Looking forward to seeing what gets added. 5 hours. The fact that a lot of these reviews are for quite a while. 5 hours, 4 hours, 1 hour. First playthrough before I even saved, my dude climbed a rock and was struck by lightning. I received a debuff that reset his skills to 0. When I had him climb down the rock, he overshot ground level and kept climbing down. Okay. Contrary to other reviews, the gameplay is more along the lines of this war of mine. Okay. Where you manage your small pool of people in real time, manually moving them from workstation to workstation. There's no automation to speak of, although thankfully you can pause to give orders. It is not a colony builder. It's not The Sims. Most boring game I have played in a long time. All you do is micromanage your 3 survivors, go eat, go sleep, go talk to someone because your mental state is low, and it takes 80% of your time. Last 20% is go mine, go check what's in the box, and that's it. That is the game. So, I wonder if they do intend on giving these characters AI, or if the micromanagement is the game. Game isn't bad, needs more polish. So some people are liking it, some people are not liking it. The people who like it are playing it for a while. Give me your charts. Nice. 350 people are playing this right now. And look at that follower count. Very nice. And they got under 200 in top sellers. I think this game is going to do fine, even though it is in early access. Look at that boost. So, all right. So they've been doing some kind of pre-release marketing push, because like this is a long enough lead time that you can see that they started gaining a ton of followers about a week ago. So yeah, they did a big marketing blitz beforehand, and that seems to have gotten them quite a few additional followers towards the end of their pre-release campaign. It's clear that they were treating early access like their launch, which is how you should be treating it. All right, 41 positive reviews, 7 negative reviews, 5109 followers, and they put up their Steam page in September 16th of 2021. So they had a long lead time, but they didn't waste it. They gained a whole lot of followers and appear to have done a strong marketing push towards the end of this year. Also, it is early access, which means that they probably intend on supporting the game, which will keep it live in people's minds. I'm going to say 15,000. That's my guess for this project. It is quite pricey, but people do like this genre. All right, moving on. We are now at 3 hours and 58, 3 hours and 8 minutes. So, yes, I was not wrong that Friday is a heavy day for this kind of process. Touch the color. Let's go back and see what we're looking at. This is on sale for $1.03, down from $1.30. Developed and published by Dizerod. Reaction. This is some kind of color matching pattern game. One review, pretty simple but fun. This is for someone who got the product for free. They played for 5 hours, becoming very challenging and high wave. Some cosmetics to unlock while playing. I'm waiting to have other people on the leaderboard to set myself a goal of doing better than them. So there is a leaderboard. Okay. 3 followers. Store created on January 7th. I'm going to say 50 on this one. Tricady Bird Shit. On sale for $1.16, down from $1.29 by Ninu Studios. This is apparently a dark humor visual novel, and it's got bird shit in the title, so okay, so this is a toilet humor, crass, weirdly drawn visual novel with a trailer that is only 8 seconds long and reuses an image from the screenshots. All of the screenshots appear to be pictures of people driving around. It is impossible to tell what the story is. Play as a bird in the small city called Tricady and make the right choices to be able to complete the story. There will be a lot of yelling and weird situations, so if you're into that absurd humor, this game might be for you. There's French voice acting, though the interface and subtitles are only in English. I assume this is also a gag. This is definitely one of the games of all time. They did play this for 20 hours. Okay, so I'm guessing that this is definitely one of the games of all time is a gag. Yes, so I assume that this is part of, all these reviews are part of some kind of concerted effort on the part of the developer to get reviews, based on the fact that they all say the same thing. So, it looks like 2 people played at a peak. And they have 5 followers, and this is another January 7th game. It's weird how things like cluster. I know it's probably just random, but it is strange how things cluster. So they got 4 reviews, and they had 5 followers. I'm going to say maybe 20. I think 20 people will play that game. Might be fun if you are a teenager and you are looking for a silly potty humor game. Moving on to Training Shooter FPS, for sale for $3.89, developed and produced by Sotoro Apps. This game is for players who want to improve their shooting skills in games like Call of Duty. Ah, interesting. Okay, so this is a shooting game. But this trailer is not convincing me that this would actually be useful. It's just showing me a bunch of different weapons. What is the actual training system in this game? Like, this is not a bad idea. Okay, so now we're moving. Okay, it looks like we have training targets. I mean, the animations are not bad. The guns look okay. The environment design is very simple, but like, you don't need complicated for a game that is intended to be like training you how to more accurately hit stuff. This trailer is really not selling me on this. Like, the concept, totally cool. Definitely think there's a market for that, but it's not. How is this helping? I don't know. Okay, this is a very, very weird one. Especially the trailer. Very, very strange. It's not that I don't think that there's space for this. I think there is. One person played it. 7 followers. And released on January 7th. Again, weird. 3 January 7th in a row. Seven followers. No reviews. Maybe 10? That trailer is really not helping. The idea of having like a aim training game in a first person context, yeah, I think there's a market for that. I've seen people use things like that before, and that seemed like it was a pretty well made version of that. But then the trailer just like makes it look very weird. Moving on to Trench's World War I horror survival game, on sale for $10.34, down from $11.49. Developed and produced by Steel Krill Studios. Trenches is a first-person World War I survival horror game where you have to escape the claustrophobic environment and experience the war from the eyes of a soldier caught between enemy lines in this surreal nightmare. We have 66 reviews, so people are liking this. Are you gonna play? Trailer? The trailer doesn't have a... Okay, now it's working. Must have just been my internet. Alright, we're looking at a family portrait. Now we're in the trenches. Ooh, we have, we do have a body. The sound is pretty good. It looks like we're in the trenches a lot, which might make sense. That's the name. Would murder my whole family again out of 10. Huh. Just finished. So it's about 2 hours long. The monsters are not aggressive enough when hunting you. So there is a monster. It's not shown in the trailer. Or maybe I skipped it somehow. Oh, that was a monster, I think. Was that a monster? There was a monster. Okay. Very hard to get a read on what it was, though. Not too shabby game, but still for sure a work in progress. I don't even know if I'll be able to finish the game. It is absolutely terrifying. It sounds scary. Game definitely scared the hell out of me, but I enjoyed it. So yeah. Jump Care City. The keybinds get randomly deleted. Oof. Monster wasn't aggressive enough. Finished in under 40 minutes. So this does seem like a much like a high effort version of some of the short form horror that we've seen. Had 20 people playing at a time. A lot of followers. And okay, July 8th, 2021. All right, and they managed to get 1528 followers. So about 3 followers a day, not bad. 74 positive reviews and 14 negative reviews. Yeah, most people seem to like it. So, what am I going to say? I'm going to say, okay, because of its quality and popularity, I am guessing that this is going to get picked up by a couple of people who will stream it, which will get it out to more people. So I'm going to say 8,000. That's my guess. Oh, it looks like we have something rather odd coming up. Okay, so we have Tristia Legacy and Tristia Restore coming up. Tristia Legacy is for sale for $77.99 by Kogado Studios, published by Komodo. The revived original story of Nanoka Flanka, a budding inventor and crafter. Okay, the art is good, but what kind of game is this? Simulation, automobile sim, city builder. Okay, it does look like there's some kind of sim stuff going on, but I don't know if it's a city builder. $77.99 is a lot of money. Tristia Legacy is a remastered 2023 version of Tristia of the Deep Blue Sea, a popular game released exclusively for Windows in 2002. The attractive character design and worldview by E.I. Komatsu and the challenging gameplay has been retained, while the graphics have been completely revised to support the latest environment. As crafter inventor, Nanoka who must restore the city of Tristia within a year. So it is like a city restoration game. And you invent items to sell in shops. Interesting. 5 people are playing it now with 20 peak. Oh no. Uh-oh. Okay. So, Kogato, I don't think this was a good idea. You've released a bunch of other games that have done pretty well, and maybe this one will do it as well, but putting your Steam page up on the day that you release the game means that almost no one is going to find this organically. It does look like you have a game that like people are interested in. They are under 1,000 in top sellers and 154 followers, but that's just not enough lead time. Gosh, I don't know. Like, I've never heard of this game before, and if it's really popular, they might sell a couple of thousand copies of this. Actually, I'm going to put that down. I think they're going to sell 2,000 copies because getting 154 followers in one day is pretty good. But it's so much money, $77.99. Wow! And they're releasing it on the same day that it seems like they're releasing the same game again. Let's see, what's this other one? This is really weird. Okay, let's check out Tristia Restore, which is on sale for $57 by the same people. What is this? Saw, Hammer, and Invent. Is this the same thing? What? Is this the same game? It's a different art. This is so weird. Like, genuinely, this is really strange. Did they remake the same game twice? Is this the sequel? The description is just Saw, Hammer, and Invent, which, alright. Wow. Alright, I want to know the story behind this one, because this is just very strange. One person is playing this. 8 at the peak, and it was also, like, the Steam page was released today. 75 followers. So weird. So weird. Ah, this one's really strange. Huh. Honestly, no idea. I'm going to say 1,000. And I could be off by orders of magnitude in either direction on these because this is such an odd way of doing this. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? All right, moving on from Tristia and their very, very weird games to Ultra Elmad, a free game released and developed by Headless. Oop. A free roguelike deck builder about becoming an Elmad in a fantasy way. What's an Elmad? Get cards by taking classes. Taking classes. Okay, build a deck to battle against projects and complete all semesters to graduate. Okay, so we have an abstract school combat roguelike deck builder. That's bananas. Very cool idea. Wild. It's kind of weird that there's only one teacher guy. Funny gameplay, nice enemies. It really makes you want to replay it and make new decks. Nerf the experimental shape. So maybe some balance problems. Semester complete. Very, very weird idea, but I like it. All right, 4 people played this over the last 24 hours. 2 people playing now. 25 followers, and December 24th. So, slightly less than 1 follower per day. It is free, though, and it's a card game. Those are popular. I don't know. I'm going to guess 100? Interesting idea, Headless. I think that, like, if you had kept going with this, you could have had something really, really cool. But it looks like maybe a little bit too small. Hold on, I have to mute because I'm about to cough my head off. I didn't die! A+ for me. 3 more games! Good heavens, this has been going for some time. $3. Not $3. $3.25.04. VR Quiet Life. On sale for $10.02, down from $11.79. Developed and produced by Rusumitu Games. I'm guessing this is a VR title. That's my guess. Enjoy a stress-free and freedom nature life with your partner. You can catch insects, fish, cook, etc. It can be played in VR and also on the computer screen. So I have a fairly simple sort of farm environment. Looks like we can plant stuff. Cute anime girl. You can cut up pumpkins. Okay. One person played this yesterday. Ah, wow. This has been in development for some time, from September 18th, 2020. But 62 followers and no reviews. So again, I worry that the people who did follow this may not even pick it up because it. When did the followers show up? They've been showing up in dribs and drabs. So some people may play this. I'm gonna say maybe 50. That'd be my guess. Oop. All right, moving on. $3.20. It's not dollars. What am I doing? Okay. Our next game is What's Your Emergency? For sale for $11.79. Developed and produced by Afufu Games. What's Your Emergency is a game where you take the boots of a 9/11 operator. That's not nice. They need those boots. And in it, you will be presented with different emergencies. That is spelled wrong. Your task is aid the victims. You will be able to do this through dialogues with the victim and using the new computer application called Emergency Manager 2.0. All right, we've got little text balloons. They're coming from the phone. Okay, so you can choose who to send and what you say to people. It looks like your room changes over time. Will you be able to find the secrets? I really like the design of this, but it's a bit ambiguous as to like what you're doing. I mean, the choices are good. You have a time limit on choices some of the times, and there's like codes and stuff. Yeah, this could be really cool. I really like the visual style, but it looks like they have quite a few spelling mistakes. Maybe the contender is a real thing, but it might be container. What's your emergency? Two people played this yesterday. 14 followers. Store page created on September 14th. So this is a heartbreaker, I think, because this looks really cool, but I don't think it is going to attract many eyeballs or people to play it. Yeah, I'm gonna say maybe 20 copies. That's gonna be my guess. A pity, because it looks like there's some cool stuff there. ExploQuest is our final game for today, on sale for $6.23, down from $7.79, and developed and published by 33 Production. ExploQuest 3 is a turn-based role-playing game where you explore an open world and manage your character. And your character is a little dude. This black line here, which might be a sword or might be an arrow or something, is an odd design element to include in this capsule. This capsule is hard to read as well. Yes, I might suggest like going in and double checking all of your design choices on the capsule image there. The ExploQuest saga continues with this third episode. So this is the third episode of an ongoing game series. Let's see if the other ones... Well, that's unfortunate. I wonder where ExploQuest 1 and 2 are. It looks like we wander around a top-down like map view and then fight people. Or maybe shop at and stuff. A curious game. I wonder if the other ones are released in other stores somewhere, like if they're on itch or something. But there's some people playing it. 3 people played it at peak yesterday. 2 people's playing it now. But the game page was released on the 7th of January, leaving not a lot of time to build up followers and get people hyped. 10 followers. And that has resulted in 0 reviews. Okay, if the ExploQuest series has an existing audience, maybe they will come and find it on Steam. But if they don't, I'm going to guess about 20. Oh boy! Alright, that took 3.5 hours to do. Wow, Fridays are busy days on Steam. Most games are still single player. That's our tag data for today. Single player, we have a lot more 3D games than 2D games. Or, yeah, 10 more at least. Casual action and indie are still our other top tags, with adventure afterwards. Adventure is a tag that gets thrown onto everything. But we have a bunch of exploration, simulation, and atmospheric games. A lot of first-person horror games today, too. I wonder if first-person horror games are released on Friday for a reason. Only 15 pixel graphics games today. Well, I think that'll be it for me. I'm going to wish all of you a good afternoon, and I will see you here again tomorrow, I think. I'm debating whether or not to take Saturday and Sunday off and to do them on Monday, or Sunday and Monday off and do them on Tuesday. I don't know. I might be here tomorrow. I might not. Who knows? You will have to come back and check it out then. Or if my analytics are anything to go by, not do that. Anyway, have a good afternoon. Bye.